Alright, hello everyone. I'm Feather Monster, and you're here to see Div 2 semifinal matchup for NSL Season 4. And it's between Elfir and 2hrsLater. We've got most people on the server right now, or we did right before I started the stream. But I'm not sure if this is going to be the map we're starting on as of yet, but definitely we'll hopefully be starting soon. I have Yellowzen as ref, or should be. See him lurk. I saw him lurking around in the chat, I believe, for the stream. All right, he's pre-caching, so we'll have him in here soon. But yeah, I'm hoping this will be a good matchup here. And I know that last time that when these two teams fought each other, I believe Alfir ended up 4-0ing 2hrsLater, but it's been a while, and I know that Alfir has. I don't think they played quite as much as they did previously, just because I think they had people going on vacation and like. Oh, never mind. We're changing server. You warn Yalu there. Yeah. So that's a. Oops! And then I accidentally closed a tab I didn't want to close. Welcome to me flailing around. Anyway, since this isn't actually going to be starting right this instant, let me see where they are planning on going. I'm actually not sure. Dang it, guys! Here I was all ready to start casting, and they have to go throw a monkey wrench in things. But this is NS2. It happens. Anyway, last time I know that Elfir has had some issue. Hasn't, at least as far as I know, hasn't been playing as much because they've had a few people missing, or at the very least they weren't playing with their, standard roster. Because I think one was moving and somebody else was on vacation. It just kind of happens, which is also I think part of the reason why. I think there's a lot of that going around with all the teams, which is part of the reason why the semifinal due date got pushed out, as much as it has. So let's see, where the heck are we going? What a disaster. Oh gosh, so we have one team saying they want to switch servers, another one saying they're. I don't know what's going on. Well, now I'm glad I have a ref, because I can just sit here and talk and they can just sort it out. I don't even know. What is going on? Is that what was... Oh my goodness. Ah! Anyway, while they sort this out, I'm just gonna keep talking here. Of course, this is a daytime match for me. I hope everybody in Europe is having a good evening. But, yeah, so my bird is awake and occasionally making obnoxious noises, so hopefully she will not be too obnoxious. So we're sitting here. The current status of this is that right before I started the stream, we had all the players on the server, and then now we have one team on one server and the other team on the other server. So this is just like the greatest thing ever, isn't it? Anyway, I hope people have been enjoying the quarterfinals and semifinal matches that have happened so far this season. I know we still have a bunch of semifinal matches left. I know that we have the other Div 2 semifinal, which theoretically is Sunday at, I don't know, sometime. It should be Sunday. But yeah, I'll confirm the time on that one. I will be casting the other Div 2 semifinal, at least theoretically, assuming nothing crazy happens, which would be or it'll be Table for 6 versus Cheesecake, which I think will be a great game. I know that both those teams have been playing a lot, or you know, playing a lot, have good players, all that jazz. So it'll be really interesting to see when freaking that actually happens. Let's see, what else is there? There is a is it the one of the semifinals for Premier is obviously also on Sunday. That I know is at noon Pacific. What is that? What time? CEST. Let's take a look while they're sorting that out. Premiere. Oh yeah, Legendary Snails versus Imagine is Sunday the 22nd at 21 CEST. Ren will be casting that one, so of course, you know, keep an eye out on his channel for that. Let's see, what else is there? Uh, I mean, there aren't that many things that are actually confirmed right now. Oh my goodness, you silly thing. Um, they definitely need to go through and like have more people sign up for stuff or confirm their matches so that way we can get these all scheduled. Because I believe, as I said, this is the last weekend to play the semifinal matches, so hopefully there will be a lot of games on Sunday, which may be somewhat problematic for all us casters because obviously we can't be in 3 places at once. But I think that the games that are you know going to happen should be pretty good games, and it'll just be one of those obnoxious weekends when there are like 4 games going on at once because everybody likes scheduling in the same like 4-hour block. Yeah, because there are both the Div 3 ones still to go. Um, Obviously Div 1 is already done. They're just waiting on the finals match. So it should be Div 3, the one Div 2, and Premier. So that's what's on schedule for the weekend. Let's see here. Let's see what they've been doing at this point. So obviously we're still having this issue here where we're stuck with one team on one server and the other team on the other, I think. I'm not sure what we're supposed to be doing here because yeah, obviously it's not going to happen because they can't, or at least not going to happen in the next minute or so because they are stuck on different servers and adamantly not wanting to switch back to the other one. So we're going to have this like great standoff here where everybody's just going to sit there and think they're on the best server and stuff. I mean, come on, NS2. I mean, this isn't even like somebody's late. Everyone is here just being stupid. I'm saying both teams are being stupid here. It needs to, or that or we just need the normal NSL servers back because apparently nobody's gonna be happy with the variance of servers or something. I don't even know. Well, let's see. What else do we have here that's going on? Uh, hmm. So 2hrsLater is readied up on this server. And I'm assuming that probably Elfir is readied up on the other one just because that's silly. Oh my god. Yep, they have 6 on the other server. Whoa, latency 664. That was pretty bad. I think that's because I was streaming though. I'm looking at the game details on Steam. Since my overlay isn't captured, well, you guys don't get to see that. That was a frightening amount of ping though. Anyway, let's see what else is there to chat about. Oh yeah, of course, as always. There's plenty of discussions over at the ENSL website, which of course is ensl.org, where there's the discussions about what will be upcoming for the summer. You know, basically before season 5 starts. You know, which will probably be what, fall or something. Obviously, having stuff to play during those times when people actually go off and go on vacation and stuff is generally a good thing. So if you have any ideas, it probably is a good time to go and support the ideas that are there, or decide they're terrible and say that they're terrible, or come up with some other clever ideas for things for people to do during the couple of down months that are going to happen. Oh, let's see. I know that the Nations Cup was mentioned. I know that, or, another one of those. I know that people have talked about draft tournaments. I know that people have talked about, other random things, but just stuff like that. Yeah, go give some ideas so that way we can all keep playing over the summer. At least those of us who aren't going on, grand adventures around the world and all that jazz. Let's see here. They still stuck on different servers. So this is pretty awesome. I think that I don't even know what to think about this. This is just bad luck. But I guess they are discussing what to do about this, so hopefully we will get this game rolling soon. Hopefully. Let's see. Also, of course, for those of you who are up at, I think is it really early is it the Aussie Draft Tournament at like really early times for people in Europe? Anyway, that's been going on, and have another round this Saturday or Sunday, depending on your location on the globe. So that'll be fun. That'll be like I think there's 4 more games for each team, so that'll be fun. I'm playing in that. It's chaos. It's nice playing with different people. Though that is one of the things is those trapped over there in Australia are significantly separated than those of us who participate pretty much only in the normal NSL. So it's really nice, having some different people to play with. You aren't stuck with the same, group of however many players, and it's just kind of cool. I like it. They're pretty energetic, which is entertaining. But they're good people, at least so far it seems like. And so check out the Oz NS2 website this weekend for details on that, or for when the who's gonna be casting and all that jazz. Because I don't know whether it's gonna be the same couple people as last time or what. And of course, since it is a draft tournament, it's guaranteed to be chaos just because, well, not many people have, or at least I'm assuming they don't normally play in the groups that showed up. I think some are slightly more stacked to have a couple more people from one team or something, but I don't know. There's enough variance in there that I think it's all good. Oh, we're still okay. I see that the other server now only has 3 people on it. It's the question, but they aren't on here. So where are they? Where are they? All right, it looks like they found a London server. Maybe we might have this happen. This is silly. This isn't like I don't know. It doesn't seem like to me there could be that much of a ping difference. But then again, if there's some sort of uh different, or if there's some sort of routing issues, that could be part of it. Yeah, they actually, looking at chat, they actually weren't using the Elfear server. At least I don't think so. They were using some other one. I think. I don't know. But we'll see what happens. I think they did find a different server, and we might actually switch over there, maybe? I don't know. Or nope, they all came back. They all came back to this one. We picked the side. Map was already on. Alright. Alright, so maybe we can actually get going here, since after that, shenanigans. Obviously, 2 hours later, let's go over the roster real quick. Obviously, we got Jackson Coming, we got Tinky, we got Duvel, who I believe is from 3 hours later. We got Fireman, KB, and Crazy, who is on, I think, the team that is currently called Pascal's Scallywags, but was called like 2 other random things. And I don't remember, what. Wait, what? Oh my god, chaos. Alright. I'm glad that we had a ref to deal with all that, because otherwise I would have been just like flailing around more than I already was. Um, all right. Kodiak. All right, so we're changing to Tram. That is going to be our first map, and Elfir is going to be starting as aliens, I believe. Um, as we get to sit here and wait through the lovely pre-caching. Let's see, what else is there to chat about, guys? Obviously also going on the NSL website, there's also the discussion about, that's freaking, about the comp mod. Sorry, I got distracted reading the chat there. But, yeah. If you guys are competitive players, guess what you should do? You should go to the NSL website and read over the changes that are proposed for the third iteration of the comp mod. Because guess what? You're going to be playing with that. And as such, guess what? You should just go make sure that there isn't anything stupid there. I know that Sammy G from Godar had at least had a server up that was running the beta version of the third iteration of the balance mod. So keep an eye out for that server and maybe go play some random games on it just to test it out and see if the changes that are also listed are, you know, good. They could be absolutely terrible, but that's part of the whole reason why it's like you need to go and beta test it, is so that way you end up with some good changes and everybody's happy and we get good games, etc. Yeah, I'm not sure if they were complaining about ping. I don't think this is exactly that huge of a difference, but I don't know. What do I know? I'm just some silly American with 300 ping. They don't want me playing. I'll freaking shoot around corners. It'll be awesome. Anyway, since we have this all set up, let's take a look here at Elfir's roster. We've got Muted, Scoobies, Chigu, Chabo, Ayats, and Contagious. So since we've got all of them on, we've got all of 2hrsLater now back onto the right team. Maybe we can get this started. Yeah, I'll be talking 3 minutes delay, so I'm not gonna respond to at least the chat at that point, because it looks like Yalu's got that covered. At least at this particular instant, and he's actually in here finally. No more pre-caching. Everybody's in the server. Let's do this, guys. Obviously, since this is not weeks 1 or 6 or whatever the other fixed spawn day was, what? I don't know what's going on here. But obviously, since this isn't weeks 1 or 6, it isn't fixed spawn, so whatever they get is what they get stuck with. So we'll see what happens there. Hopefully that, as I said, this will get going soon, and we can finally see the start of this round. As I already previously said back at the beginning, I have no idea, whether how this will actually turn out. I know that back in week like 3 or something, it was pretty early in the season when 2hrsLater and Elfir played each other, and I know that Elfir won 4-0. However, but it's been enough time that it's entirely possible that you know, either 2hrsLater's gotten better, or maybe Elfir just hasn't played as much recently. I don't know. It's entirely possible that anything could pretty much go on at this point. So we'll see how it goes. I just wish that for once, you know, NS2 stuff would start on time, but that's pretty much impossible, I think. It's NS2. Aha, Gorge Casting Catch. That was the name of the team that Crazy's on, that changed its name like 3 times in the match. Either way, mystery solved. I couldn't remember what the original team was. So we're pretty much ready to go here, I think. Maybe. Possibly. Since they're sorting out Merc stuff. But I think that there isn't much to sort out at this point. Let's get this going, for the love of evil. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Yeah, it's almost half an hour late. See if my bird's complaining. Maybe. Oh my goodness, come on. This is NS2. Maybe we're getting going. Maybe. Contagious, please. Uh, I just really want to get this match going at this point. This is silly. Let's get this going for the love of evil. For the love of evil. Let's get this going. It will be a miracle if people ready up. Alright. 15 seconds and then we can finally get this going. 10 seconds to the first round. Only half an hour delayed between 2hrsLater and Elfir. Okay, let's see what happens. Alright, we have a server room start over there for Elfir, and obviously, of course, we have shipping down here for 2hrsLater. Looks like they're gonna go for an armory, probably early mines then it looks like. Well, meanwhile, we've got, you know, Elfir just kind of cruising out of base, no gorge. They're just gonna go down there and do whatever. Looks like one gonna head over there. That'd be Chabo heading over there versus Tinky and KB. They're just gonna put up that RT while Chabo just kind of waits around over there. We have 3 in hub. No Marines in there at the moment. But they're Duiville and Firemen over there with Scoobies, Trigu, and oh wow, it's like everybody's heading over to clear out those 2 Marines. Like literally, and Drifter support. But they're all a little bit scattered on Elfir's part. So they have the Parasites in. Oh, Ayats goes down. They're a little bit scattered there, but they do manage to clear all the Marines, with Ayats being the only one who actually keels over dead there. Chabo's still just kind of chilling in the vent over here. Looks like he did get a Parasite on Tinky. KB is also just, you know, working forward with his buddy there, and they're going to get the power up and go cap that. Trigger's also moving in from the hub side of things. And if they're sneaky enough, they may be able to take out... Tinky's actually might walk it right into them. Ayats just comes flying into the room, takes some chip damage, is going to go down again. Trigger's going to take down Tinky, and KB took down whoever that was. I missed it at that moment. But anyway, if Scooby's already back down to Logi, and he's just chomping down that RT, but we have 2 push from Marines, Firemen, and Crazy moving up towards Warehouse, where there's the Drifter and the newly dropped Harvester. So that could be a nice, you know, chunk of res to take out of Elfir's selection of res. There we go. -1 Drifter. Nobody's up there at the moment to defend that because we're having this battle over here in the sort of mez hallway. Ayats killed somebody in that mess, it looks like, and then I don't know who it was that went down. There were 2 dead. Yeah. You have Tinky and Trigu having a little standoff here in hub. Trigu's obviously using the nice geometry in the ceiling, and yeah, just kind of chilling out. We have that group of 2 from Warehouse that moved up towards platform. Crazy and Firemen that are going to desist that and take down that RT. We have a group of 4 Elfir guys moving in to clear that up, and they are going to take down both of them. But you know, everybody gets chipped. It's a little bit late to the party, but that has been cleared, and they're going to continue on across the map. Muted is in the vent again. Gets a Parasite on KB, but he's going to back out and possibly get sniped by Duiville. No, Duiville's looking the wrong direction. But Muted doesn't have a Parasite on him, so it was Chabo that ends up flying down the hallway and just getting wrecked. Obviously, that Harvester took quite a bit from being desisted, but is still alive and kicking, at least at this point. So far, at this point, there isn't that much... obviously, Muted's taking down an RT there. There hasn't been, you know, too much success on Elfir's part. Taking a look at the RT graph. Okay, one RT down for each side. KB just took down Muted, who didn't finish off that RT down there. But so it goes. Duiville almost goes down, then does go down to Trigu. He was able to take down Chabo, I believe it was, on the way. They are up to lurk res, so there's Ayats already going lurk, and I'm assuming we'll be seeing Trigu going lurk here in a moment as soon as he runs back and, you know, is safe. That's going down to about half health, so he'll have to go back and heal while Trigu is going to go lurk. Fireman just creeping along. He's going to go and looks like he's going to go and try and cap ore. They are up to 5 RT, so 2 hours later is on a really nice place. Meanwhile, Elfir's only on 3, so not the greatest for them. They haven't had too many successful engagements. They're just kind of doing a little bit too much YOLOing. Scoobies goes down. Here comes Ayats as the lurk. He's just going to like straight line down that hallway. I think the KB might have been reloading at the time. Either way, he's reloaded now, and he waited up, and Ayats waited up for Trigu. He's just hanging back a little bit since he has lost a good chunk of his armor. Dweevil was coming around through north tunnels. Meanwhile, there was one dude up here at the platform, and there's skulks biting all the res everywhere. Looks like Shabu may... No, not quite. He wasn't quite able to take that down. It's down to 8%, but Muted is right around the corner. And he gets a parasite on Crazy, but if he doesn't win this... Okay, he does win the engagement, so Muted will be able to take down that RT and continue on. That drops 2 hours later's res down to 3. We've got Trigu up here versus KB and Dweevil. We've got Ayats also joining the fight. He takes down Dweevil. KB's the run left. It's all this flapping and skulked bites, lurk bites, whatever. He's gone. Tinky over there. He's going to run back. Looks like he's running back to Logi for some reason. I hear some mines all over the place. I think they might be in the vent. Either way, Trigu's going to go after Tinky. He gets down pretty low there, and I think that somebody might have been close to pinching, but it looks like Crazy's a little bit too... He's too far into hub at the moment for that to be an option. Ayats cruises through hub. He's just kind of flailing around there. He has to go back and heal. He's without armor at this point. Scooby's just getting some parasites. Moves in on Tinky. Gets a bite on there, but is not able to take him down. Muted just working on an RT there, obviously. It looks like he's going to go around maybe with Trigu, or at least, no, Trigu's going to go out there and he's going to take down Crazy. Tinky's distracted shooting at Contagious, who's obviously out of the hive. They clear up that little push into North Tunnels. Meanwhile, they're going to lose Drifter again in Warehouse. That is the bad thing about having a commander out of the chair, is that you aren't going to be able to save that poor Drifter. You're going to lose that 8 res. Anyway, Trigu's coming over there to clear that up. That looks like that Harvester was almost grown, so that should grow on its own and probably get finished about the time when they are resisted. Oh my gosh, there's a kaboom! Yeah, there was kind of a mine in that vent. And looking at Ayats's health, he kind of got a little bit wrecked there. Anyway, we have Chabo. He took down that RT there in repairs, or ET. Sorry. Wow, what am I thinking? Crazy, obviously shooing him away. Chabo down to about fractional health. Not a big deal. He's just a skulk. But Trigu's down low, but there's nobody up north for them to pinch him, so he should be clear and pretty much safe all the way back. Ayats is over there clearing out a mine, it looks like. And KB's trying to sneak around the corner. There is another mine there in that hallway, so going through there is probably a bad thing. So Crazy's over there, and he's going to probably kill Muted as well. He just took down Chabo. No, he's just going to run circles around there. Anyway, let's take a look at what the lurks are doing. We've got Trigus cruising down towards the south. But we've got 3 Marines up here in Warehouse. They're just being really serious about taking that down. It might be a little bit of an overcommit, because here we go. We have aliens going into the base. They're popping mines, and all converging on the arms lab, which is going to go down. Yeah. Or I thought that was the arms lab. What happened?
Command station under
They had
attack.
2 arms labs? I'm really confused. What did they have there? Oh, it was another infantry portal? Okay, I just totally missed it. I'm not awake yet, apparently. Both lurks are trapped. We had IOTs go down. The lurk's spending a little bit too much time in there, but Trigger's pretty much saying he got this, and he's going to go and almost kill Dweevil. Spike him, and he's good. They're going to probably lose Trigger now as well, because he was pinched. Except for this, where'd the other Marines go? They should have had somebody run out there, and they could have taken down both lurks. IOTs is down either way. But they're just going to cruise on through. Yeah, okay, that was 20 res down if that was an IP. I don't know how I was misreading that, but I guess there were enough life forms on it that I misunderstood what it was. Anyway, they're healing up, and they've got, let's see, 5 RTs up for 2 hours later at this point. Taking a quick look at the res graph, you can see that they've been sort of averaging about 4. It's been going up and down between 5 and 3 more often than sitting at 4, but they've been pretty even on kills. But here we have the fades up, so we have Muted up as the fade. I'm curious to see if we will be who will be the other fade. I'm assuming it might be Scoobies. I'm not sure though. I can't remember if he is an Onos or a fade at this point. But we've got shotguns up, and Trigu's gonna turn around and get the heck out of there because obviously he is a squishy lurk, and there are two shotguns right there, and they're going for armor 2 at this moment. So those shotguns will hurt even more once that is done. Muted gets chipped down to about 2/3 of his health, or well 1/3 of his health. Gets the heck out. They're capping. It looks like ore at this point as well. So it looks like Crazy and Fireman are going to go and cap over in repair. Meanwhile, there is a 2-push going on into Mez, which would be Tinky and KB. Tinky's with a shotgun. KB is just LMG, but Trigo is actually trapped on the far side of the wall, so he better watch out and just get the hell out. He's actually very, very low at this point. But they are able to clear that, and that'll be a shotgun down. There's nobody close enough to cap that. We have Fireman and Duvel moving up towards the north. Looks like we had IOTS just being obnoxious there in base. They just dropped the hive also in warehouse, so that's 10% grown, and they have Fireman and Dweevil now moving into warehouse to go take down the hive. They're going to pick off the drifter very quickly. Sugar's going to get some spike damage on Dweevil, it looks like, and they're going to have everybody else try and take out Fireman. He's actually out of shotgun shells at the moment. One of them down, so it's just Fireman left at this point. Chabos goes in, clears him out, so they got a little bit of chip damage on the hive, but not too much. But there's another 2-push like right outside, so they better watch out if they're planning on surviving. Having IOTS go gorge there to heal up the hive and keep all his buddies from dying a horrible, horrible death. Trigu's down to about half health. He's without armor at the very least. IOTS is actually really low too as his little Gorgie. So you better watch out, but they just cleared out another set of shotguns. KB is actually waiting down there. He may get a really good pick on Trigu. Oh, Trigu's being brave. He just decides to face tank the shotgunner. Scoobies moves in there to get the kill. Here comes Dweevil and Fireman again. They're just keep pushing out into that hive. Actually, both teams are on 5 RTs at this point, so it's really good res filler for both, which of course means that it's better for Elfir since they are aliens. Muted is just kind of waiting over there as the fade. He's just kind of lurking around, waiting to see what happens. So it looks like Chabo and Scoobies are both waiting for Onos at this point. They are up to 48 P-res, so that shouldn't be much of an issue. Muted is missing a few swipes there on Crazy. He's down to about half health but has no energy, so he backs out and lets Scoobies go through and try to clear that. Crazy actually is able to go and kill the Skulk. Dweevil is over there with a shotgun, while Trigus just decides to face tank him. He almost gets stuck in the bone wall. He better get into that vent, especially with Crazy moving in from repair. IOTS is moving in to battle gorge him down. The hive in warehouse did go up, but we lost Muted the fade, so they're without a fade and they're down to 1 lurk at this point. But they're they're only 3 res away from Onai, so they'll have 2 Onai fairly soon. And IOTS can almost re-lurk even after going gorge. They're gonna get a gate up here in ore though. I'm assuming that Fireman over here in Hub would be going for a gate, but it looks like he's gonna go try and save ET first. That gate is almost up. It'll be built here very soon. And there we go. The gate is now up in ore. And there, it looks like Tinky's building the one down there in their base. Triku's just creeping along here. Not quite sure what he's doing other than just kind of floating around over there. It looks like we're going to see a big push on the hive here. We have at least 2 shotguns in that group. Or I thought we did. I thought there was another person there, but it looks like they went. I don't know where they went. We've got Crazy, Tinky, and KB, 2 LMGs and a shotgun. It looks like they're going to take down KB first as he is split from his teammates. Oh, there's Dweevil with the other shotgun. Crazy's one of the shotgunners, I believe, and he's currently out of ammo and down to about half health. But Trigu had to get the hell out because he was very low. Most of the aliens are dead at this point, and they may actually end up losing this hive if they aren't able to regroup. They did make some stupid calls on their life. It seems like stupid deaths on their life forms. But at the moment, it looks like 2hrsLater just isn't doing a good job at keeping a hold of their shotguns. There are 2 at least on the ground there. And Tinky's just an LMG, and he's not really getting meted, so he's going to go down. Here comes KB again. And Scoobies is just going to charge in, but here's Chabo up as an Onos. He's going to run around the box there and take him down. That gate is still there. There are 3 Marines in that general vicinity, and there's another one over in Mez, it looks like. Yeah, we have firemen working on Mez. There's a crag there, so that's going to be really annoying to get rid of. And it looks like Muted's on RT duty now that he has lost his fade. Scoobies is in his egg there as an Onos. He's now out. Now it's, I think, just got an upgrade, so he's going to stay as Gorge for a while longer, it looks like. They do have Trigu up his lurk still, so that isn't really much of an issue if, you know, they have Umbra obviously now, so it'll be easy, it'll be reasonably easy for them to clear this gate if they don't play stupid. It looks like Tinky's the last one up, so that gate is pretty much doomed at this point. So they're gonna just converge on that and take down the ore gate, which will make 2hrsLater lose a good chunk of their map position. So there goes the gate. They actually lost their right side res as well. If we take another quick look at the res graph, you can see that when they were pushing in that hive, I think that was, they really went after the res on the right side of the map. Definitely a good thing to do to make sure that that is, you know, not gonna continue to stay up. You know, they're making sure that the Marines are wasting their time. With both Onai there and Iot's up his gorge, I hope that he put a tunnel down somewhere so they could have a, you know, emergency escape route. He's actually gonna go and like bait, it looks like. Except for he's gonna lose his gorge, so he loses his gorge right there. Both Onai running back to the hive. There isn't a tunnel up. That might actually be something he might want to consider doing, is if he's going to regorge, to have the, to put a tunnel down somewhere, so that way he can, you know, if worst comes to worst, he can drop a tunnel and get the Onai out of whatever trouble they've gotten themselves in. Yeah, IELTS is regorging. Giant convergence of life forms all on KB right there. It'll be, let's see, let's take a look here at Muted. He's up at 26 P-res, so it'll be a while before he's able to refade. Tinky and Duivel are kind of pinched between two Onai, though. It looks like Chabo and Trigger are just going to go after the gate. Trigger's down to about half health, and it looks like Chabo's deciding to retreat. Duivel chases after him and gets separated from Tinky, so he should go down there, and now Scoobies is able to go after Tinky, who is running away from the gate. Crazy's over there by the gate, and here comes Jackson out of the chair. Also KB, all just running through there, getting slaughtered, very kind of in slow motion because Onai are kind of slow, and but at this point the gate is going to get melted. Trigger's just doing some work there as the lurk, and they're going to lose their map positioning there. So currently at this point, Elfir has finally swung things back in their favor. They've taken down most of the res. That's obviously unpowered at this point, so it's not gaining 2hrsLater anything. I don't know. It was kind of a rocky start, I think, for Elfir. But once they got the lurks up, they started gaining their position back. Just got Trigu and Iots just hanging out in hub while the Onai are wandering back and forth. It looks like they just cleared out the RT there in repair. Here comes KB and Duivel. Trying to keep a little bit of distance between them and the Onai, but with the Umbra and the lurk and the Gorge support, it's going to be really hard to do anything with that. They may end up trying to pinch something. Trigu is still without his armor at this point, but you know, it's not that big of a deal right now. Crazy does have a shotgun again, but it looks like Chabo wants to go and just roll him over as an Onos, so he's down. One shotgun down. There's Tinky and Duivel. Not a big deal. Chabo's still at most of his health. He's got Umbra. But Trigu's down pretty low. Iot's may end up going down his gorge. Nope, not quite. He's just running around pillars being annoying. So he's doing pretty good. They finally are getting metabolized bio bomb and some more biomass. So all things considered, it's not looking too good for 2hrsLater at this point. They're gonna go and kill that. That is their last extractor for 2hrsLater. Obviously, at this point, it's not looking so good. They have 39 res there stored up, so they could do. They'll be okay on med packs for a little bit, but oh, they're just gonna go right for weapons 3. They're on 1 RT though, so they can't even really med. Anything they do now is pretty much an all-in because they aren't going to be able to afford to support any pushes. They're just turtled at the moment. They're just turtled until somebody goes over and caps something. And I'm not quite sure what Crazy is doing way the heck up there. But there's going to be here. Oh, they might actually take down Chabo. The gorge goes down. Chabo is down to like fractional health. He's very, very low there, down to, what is that, 17%, but he's getting mucus spam, so he's going to be okay. They're going to just cruise on in there, and they're going to just say GG. And so 2 hours later, loses the first round. Elfir gets 1 point. And of course, somebody's calling me. I don't recognize the number. Okay. Anyway, good job, Elfir. I was kind of concerned there in the first, you know, few minutes of the game. But they pulled it back once they had the lurks out, it looked like. Alright. Okay, no idea what that was. Anyway, So, an interesting start. As I said, back when they were playing during the normal season match, their 2 hours later versus Elfir game did end up going 4-0 Elfir. But I don't know, they didn't seem quite as coordinated as I seem to recall them playing. So I don't know. We'll see whether Elfir kind of ends up getting their act together. If 2 hours later is going to be able to do something with the bit of disorganization I seem to be seeing, and take a round or two and dragging this out so it isn't a 4-0. Obviously, since it is a semifinal, it's always nice to not see 4-0s because, well, it's a semifinal. You're supposed to be relatively evenly matched. Um, I do believe that that 2 hours later was supposed to play their quarterfinal versus Vexta, but I believe Vexta ended up uh, uh, forfeiting. I'm not quite sure why. I think they maybe didn't have enough people or something. But I'd have to go back and look at that again. But as it is, we'll see what goes on here. Okay, just waiting on Tinky to rejoin over on 2 hours later, and oh, this one doesn't have the nice chat box. Nobody's readied up yet, so not a crazy delay. We're just still, permanently half an hour late because of that. But it looks like Elfir is pretty much ready to go again for round 2. Reading chat there. Yeah, Vindaloo commenting that they about them playing yesterday. I believe you guys on fire were playing Elfir yesterday, weren't you? And what was it? Was it 3-1 or something? Elfir winning? Something like that? I don't remember. It was mentioned to me, but I don't remember what the rest of the comments were, other than you scrimmed them. That is one of the things I don't know anybody on 2 hours later as well, so I don't hear what antics they get up to. So I hope that they've been scrimming and doing a bunch of stuff. Oh, Tinky's AFK. Of course, of course. Smoke break. Biscuit break. That sounds a lot more delicious. I really wish that one of these days that there'd be an NS2 match that started on time and was relatively prompt between rounds, but I think that may be asking too much. Maybe that could be something for, like, next season. Have a couple of matches where people are on time. Is that too much to ask? I don't know. But anyway, let's see, what else was there to talk about? I did already mention the stuff about the third version of the competitive balance mod, I believe. Well, still, as I said, there are a few things on there that are worth mentioning. I know that they're looking for ways to make the stuff that you never see in comp, viable. I mean, yeah, sure, they still might not be the most used strat, but, to make stuff like flamethrowers and exos maybe at least somewhat useful. And I do say somewhat. I mean, to a certain point, you don't want them out on the field necessarily the entire time potentially, but they want to make sure that there's more variety for the game, so you can see some more stuff, so it isn't just the same tech path each game. Obviously, also, if you didn't know, they are putting in the HMG, which I believe might have originally been sort of planned for the game, but then got taken out or something. Either way, they're planning to have that in there. I think I think it's supposed to be developed as an alternate to shotgun, but I'm not exactly sure. You'd have to go and read the patch notes, and I don't have them up right in front of me right now, so I can't exactly go look. But that is just, my vague recollection is that the HMG is supposed to be sort of an alternate for shotgun. Obviously, since they're adding a new weapon, that is something that will need a lot of balance. So, as I said, go play it. If Sammy G's server is still up, go play a couple rounds on that and see what you think about the changes. I know there was mentions also of Marine sprint speed, about decreasing that a little bit so that Marines can't, just practically apparate across the map and, suddenly be on the aliens' doorstep. Shu's saying he'll go ring for 2 hours later. Shu, you can't ring for them. You're Div 1, they're Div 2. It doesn't work that way. Even I know that, and I'm just a caster. Anyway, still waiting on Tinky. I don't know whether he had to like drive to the store to buy biscuits or whatever, or what. Contagious is getting impatient. Everything's impatient. What a disaster. Hope he didn't have to like drive to the store to buy his biscuits. Is this like one of those? Is this like how? What is it? The British English of biscuit is U.S. English cookie. Okay, Tinky's alive. Okay, we're ready to go then. Oh my goodness. No breaks for Tinky anymore. Yeah, we're already half an hour late, so let's just get this going. If they drag this out, remember, this is a best of 7. So this could go kind of late. I know that, what was it? I don't even know what time it is CEST. Oh, it's like 9 p.m. And so I think that, what is it, Elfir is an hour later than that, so it's 10:30 almost for them. So if this went the full length, that would be like really late for them potentially, especially if they actually have stuff in the morning to do. Anyway, we've got it ready up. We're ready to go here. 10 seconds until round 2 of Elfir versus 2 hours later. This is obviously, as I already mentioned, a Div 2 semifinal match. Alright, we have warehouse spawn for Elfir, and down here we have 2 hours later in shipping. It's like they're all gonna be slightly scattered and then they get the hell out of base, including Jackson. They're all just gonna cruise on up there and see where they end up going. Looks like we have Chebo and Iots also moving over towards platform to get that RT going. And meanwhile, Muted is just gonna hang out and be the one moving towards hub. Trigu, on the other hand, is about to get converged on by 4 skulks. He's doing his best to move back. He's able to get quite a bit of chip damage on Jackson. But here comes a bunch of skulks. We got Contagious out of the chair. We've got Scooby's about to go down. 3 skulks left, 2 skulks left. Oh, here comes another skulk, so it's 3 skulks again. He gets down to 2 skulks left. Here comes Trigu respawning. Both skulks down to about half health. Dweevil's gonna get picked off, and so Crazy's the only one who makes it out alive. So a little bit of a delay there, but they didn't really take down... There wasn't anything to take down here in Ore, so not really any res lost. But, well, they didn't make as good of a, like, impact as they probably could have. I don't know whether that's just play-wise or whatnot, but they didn't take down any structures. They just delayed the Marines a bit. And, so let's see here. Looks like KB's just gonna go and he's gonna get a Parasite unmuted. Maybe move in, maybe not. But definitely 2 hours later has a good positioning across the map. They have their skulks very far forward. They aren't, you know, they're making sure that they're not on the south side of this, you know, middle chunk of the map. They're making sure they're on the north side. They're making sure that the Elfir isn't creeping forward out into hub and repair an ET. In fact, we just had one 2 hours later guy go down in server, I think. Either way, KB just took down Muted, it looked like, who and then got taken down by Trigu. So Trigu was finally able to push forward into hub. But we've got Fireman and Crazy over here working on the RT in Ore. Muted is probably not going to be able to save that because it's 2 skulks versus 1 Marine. He's going to try and get some chip damage, but both the skulks are very high health. Takes down one of them. Fireman is free to go and rampage across the map, especially since hub at this point is clear. So the RT has been redropped there in Ore, and it looks like everybody's just going to go cruising on up and try and take down platform as well. Devil's just getting some parasites, not much exciting there. Anyway, we've got Muted, just kind of pushing forward. We've already got IOTS down here in observation, just picking on that RT, and they had to pull back 3 skulks to clear that. It looks like they only really needed 2, but Crazy was already coming in there as well, so that was Crazy Duovel and Tinky. We have 2 skulks up here, KB and Fireman. Fireman who just like abandoned ship and left KB to die to Scoobies. I think that Chabo might have been there. Oh, KB got alt-tabbed? Oh man, oops. That's pretty bad. Okay, that would explain why he got his buddy got left to die, maybe. Anyway, it looks like they did just clear out server, but nobody's gonna take down that RT quite yet. Fireman moves forward, he's gonna get a parasite on Chabo, but he's gonna get picked off before anything happens. IOTS moved forward and was able to desist that RT and do enough damage that that RT has gone down. So now 2 hours later is down on 2. Meanwhile, Elfir is putting up their 5th RT. They've only taken down 1 RT for each team, so that's not, that great, but it's not horrendous at this point since we're only, almost 4 minutes in. Speaking of which, we have Tinky up as the lurk. It looks like Crazy is going to be their other lurk. It's like Elfir has pushed forward. They sort of are having the repair hub and then up to Mez. Not quite a ET at this point. That would obviously require them moving a bit farther forward on the map. Crazy's just waiting around the corner and just kind of hanging out. The lurks aren't quite engaging at this point. But it looks like they've decided they're going to go over and try and defend over in Logi. IOTS is probably going to be the first one going down here. They are able to clear that out. And they will continue on. Over here we have another 2 push. There'll be Chabo and Scoobies. Tinky is going to move in there. He takes out Chabo. Gets down to a quarter of his health, but does end up getting saved there by his buddies. Shotguns have been started, and obviously weapons 1 is almost done at this point. Armor 1 already done. So it'll start being a little bit more painful for all these aliens. Got Chabo possibly moving over to try and prevent them from taking server. So obviously that one there with two lurks and a skulk is going to be like really hard for them to save, but obviously it went down. Crazy using I think he was using some of the features in the ceiling there. But he gets taken down by Fireman when he was trying to pick off Crazy. It's like we got IOTS and Trigo again working on the RT here in Logi. They're going to try and make sure that RT just doesn't stay up. But we've got a group of 4 aliens coming in here. Pretty much everybody aside from, who is that up there? The other lurk, Crazy and Fireman still up here in server, and that's going to go down at long last. It looks like at this point that RT is doomed. It never even got built, so that's 10 res that definitely isn't going to get repaid. Fireman and Crazy up here versus Chabo's shotgun. It does go down. Muted isn't too far away, so you should be able to pick off Fireman. Oh, just kidding. Here comes Tinky. Muted down to like no health there for a second, but here come the lurks. Scooby's apparently... Oh, 3 lurks. They got another lurk up. That'd be KB also up as lurks. They have 3 lurks. I wonder that seemed kind of wrong. A lurk coming out of nowhere. Anyway, they're going to lose that, and they lost the shotgun as well. Chabo getting some good hits there on Crazy, who's escaping out through the mez vent. It looks like IOTS is he was trying to go over there, but wasn't able to get there in time. Watching all 3 of the lurks just cruise on over and go into that vent. Just watching him creep on over. It's a few spikes on IOTS, but not too much beyond that. The shotgun blast there also only did a little bit of damage to the lurk there, but it's like Crazy's gonna go try and flank. Hopefully Scoobies is watching the other way. IOTS is almost done with the power there. I mean, it's up to 91%. That's plenty, so as soon as they get the phase tech research, which is almost done, they'll probably be getting that gate up in hub to start to secure that position in the middle of the map. We have all the life forms over here on the left side, so it looks like they're going to base. Chigu's just cruising along. He's gonna walk into them. He's pulling them away a little bit from all the IPs and all that jazz. But at this point, there's gonna be everybody jumping on that OBS, and that OBS is going to go down. Here come all the Marines walking back. They did lose phase tech, but it was already researched, so not the end of the world there. Here comes IOTS, Scoobies, and Chabo. They're gonna go Contagious out of the chair. They lost 1 IP. Shotgun down. Firemen may go down. They only have two Marines left in here. They may take down. They really need to take down the Skulk. They really need it now with no meds. They really need to get somebody back in the chair. I don't think I would have had Contagious get out of the chair. I don't know if he was the one who called that or if one of them called that, but I think that was a bad decision because they lost their med support there, and well, quite obviously, and that's not exactly good. Oh, that's just a crag blinking. Anyway, they're getting their stuff back up there. They're getting their second IP. They're getting their ops back up. Got some repair work done on the arms lab. We had Muted chasing out Crazy a little bit, but they're gonna take the power down here and repair. Kaboom! However, KB just went down over here versus IOTS and Scoobies. Looks like Scoobies got the kill on that one. So -1 lurk. They still have 2 left. Fireman is pushing forward a little bit. He's just going to get picked off real quick. IOTS is all alone though, so... Oh, no, never mind. Here comes Shabo. Crazy moves forward. Duvel also rushing in there to try and take down Shabo. Does manage to do that. Both the... I think at least one of the... Yeah, both the lurks are pretty chipped. If somebody was able to go and pick off Tinky, Scooby's almost would have had that. I think he missed enough bullets that it wasn't going to happen, but... It was pretty good. Looks like Tinky's actually kind of trapped. He does have regen though, so he should be able to get through again. But they need to just realize that lurk is still low and just go after him. Crazy's spiking from the opposite side, and they're gonna take down Jackson, and they're gonna maybe get some shots on Tinky, but he's able to finally go through the vent and get out. Actually, he has enough regen now that he can just stay in the battle. They're backing off kind of, but maybe not fast enough. Oh, Tinky does go down. Good shots there. That was Trigu landing the last shot there. The last shot on him, but definitely good. They're down to 1 lurk now. Their previous lurks are up to 13 res, so it'll be a little bit before they're able to relurk, but not, horrible. Here gets KB versus Trigu. Taking down that, he maybe get some shots on Crazy. Nope, there's another shotgun down. Well, anyway, the hub gate obviously got up, and they're looks like 2 hours later, so obviously expecting their fades very soon here. Obviously, they are actually up. We have Dweevel and Fireman both up as fade. Metabolize has been started, so they'll have that momentarily. Muted is just like camping around the corner, but he misses his shot there and thus gives away his position. He's going to be able to maybe take, nope, not even take down KB, but Tinky and Tinky, Crazy, and Company are all on the gate, and they're going to lose that gate there because Tinky is staying right on that gate. Here comes Dweevel, here comes Fireman. Fireman going down pretty low in that engagement. He's also low on energy, so, but there was nobody with a good line of sight. Obviously with the pathway curving around the corner there, you can't exactly get sniped that easily. Crazy's down to about half health. He's going to go into the vent and hide there a bit. The gate is now back up in hub. Looks like ET is gonna, they're starting to secure that one. Repair is not so much. They could, at this point, assist forward into there while the Marines are busy on the right side of the map. They do have a crag in there, so I'm assuming that's where they would prefer to put their hive at this point, just because they put enough T-res into that so far. Looks like Dweevel's gonna try and flank through the vent along with Crazy. Meanwhile, Shabo and Trigu both have shotguns, and they may take down Fireman, especially since it looks like he got caught on the thing. Fireman goes down, 1 fade down, and so far, only 1 lurk left. Crazy also gets fairly low, but is able to get into the vent. Barely. Trigu and Muted doing some welding there so they can stay alive. Dweevel just kind of waiting around the corner. Just kind of waiting. They're going to take out the Drifter. Start working on that crag, but here comes Dweevel, here comes Crazy, and they're gonna get a really nice shot on Dweevel. His health just kind of melted away there. Crazy trying to get some spikes, but decides against it. It looks like they are on weapons too, so those shotguns kind of hurt. Here comes Chabo moving down from Mez again, and you can see they have also assisted. They're assisting up to Ore now. So the 2 shotgunners are just kind of chilling out on that side of the map. Power's actually down in repairs, so that's definitely, it's becoming a lot more likely to become their second hive. Here comes Dweevel again, and Dweevel goes down! Again, good shooting from Elfir. So they are out of fades. But here's the thing, the lurks are able to re-lurk. We got KB back up as lurk. It'll be a while before they have Onos though, because they went 3 lurk. That is the problem with going 3 lurks, is if you do 2 fades, well, you better be confident on those. And Chabo just takes out Fireman there in a vent. To a certain point, it feels kind of like it's stalled. We have only 8 RTs down from 8 of Elfear's extractors down and 3 of the harvesters. There are, however, at this potential. Blah, blah. We're watching KB here, maybe getting picked off. He's able to dodge right around the corner. It's like crazy. He's also moving down. He may end up running right into IOTS. IOTS may get a good shot on him. Maybe. He's down to half. There's nobody there to pinch. So, a bit of good damage taking Lurk out of commission for a little bit, but not too long. Tinky's just hiding up in the roof and just being a giant distraction for Chabo. Meanwhile, Fireman is just kind of sneaking on over there, and they're getting drifter support, so it looks like they are going to converge on that gate. Meanwhile, Trigger's there with a shotgun, and he's shooting at random stuff, but not getting any good damage on anything. Scooby's goes down. Looks like they are going to lose the hub gate now, unless somebody appears out of nowhere. IOTS is down there in the sort of logic connector. It's a good shot, a reasonable shot on KB, but goes down as well, and there's another shotgun down that they aren't going to be able to recap. They have enough, they are getting, Armor 2. They're actually going to lose the hub power. But they have a gate here right outside of ET, which is interesting. So hub has been cleared. I mean, that isn't quite an ore gate, but it's a gate. And it is slightly more forward than you know, if they just put it in the center of ET, certainly. Anyway, it looks like Muted and Trigu might be in the process of trying to recap that. KB is actually being chased kind of by 4 Marines. Crazy's the one who gets low, though. KB is just apparently somewhat immortal and dodges all the bullets or shells, whatever. I hear the shooting. Where is it? Oh, that's it's down there in observation. Meanwhile, Duivel is over there on the actual gate. And they're going to lose that gate, especially since IOS isn't able to move back in time to save it. He got some good damage there on KB, though. This time he was not able to dodge all the bullets that were being flung in his general direction. The power's back up in hub, so while they got that gate up, it was a good distraction while they regained their map control that they probably actually wanted. So they have 3 Marines there just working on that. 3 shotguns. And it looks like KB may end up going down here. They only need to land like just another shot on him. But he's able to wiggle his way out. Oh, he does go down in the vent, that long vent. And IOTS is able to take him down. So they're down to 1 lurk again. That would be crazy. Anyway, we've got, looks like they're just going to get an armory up there in hub as well, so that way they don't have to spend quite as much on on mid-packs, I guess. They actually lost the harvester down there that I think IOTS had started on back when they had that gate up in ET. Crazy comes around the corner into Chabo's shotgun, but Chabo wasn't able to actually land a shot. Crazy's just kind of hanging out, waiting around to see what's going to happen. I mean, they do have an advanced armory. This time, I'm pretty sure there. Or no. Is that a Arc Factory? Where is it? There's like another thing. No, yeah, that's a Robo Factory somewhere. Somewhere there is a Robo. Or was a Robo. Oh, there it is. No, that's just a box. Why am I having issues identifying buildings? Anyway, we've got another shotgun over there by Scooby's. He's just cycling that. Looks like Muted will be able to pick that up. No, Muted's just going to cycle it too. At this point, there isn't too much exciting going on. Looks like we've got IOTS and Chabo just kind of reclaiming repairs. Okay, there is the Proto. Oh, so it is an advanced armory. I'm just having issues identifying icons. We have a big push moving in here to repair. 1 skulk down, 1 lurk almost down. But it looks like all the skulks were able to, in a flurry of teeth, take that out, and they're gonna just jump right back on the power. Trigger's gonna come in there, maybe. He's changing his mind though. He's just gonna pick off the drifter, it looks like, and take out some, you know, that 8 T-res. But other than that, it's like they're just gonna go for jetpacks and see what happens. Fireman may get picked off. Nope, he isn't. IOTS isn't able to save that RT. Again, that vent. And it's like a death trap. Anyway, Duvel's right down there around the corner. They just dropped the hive, and I'm pretty sure that IOTS had to have heard that. So they know that that hive is there, and they're probably just, if they're going to use jetpacks, they're just going to zoom on in there and just rip the face off that hive. They're double checking, seeing what's there, seeing if there's a gorge on it. They're going to lose the hub gate, though. They're way out of position. They keep making some really goofy and disorganized, like, stuff. So hub gate is down again. And there's a lurk there again. Crazy's just been really good as far as, you know, staying alive, doing a bunch of work. He's up to 15-2 for his KDR. So he's been doing pretty good as his lurk. He actually has the best ratio on that team. So they're clearing out over here in OBS. Meanwhile, Mez is going down. KB and Fireman are both there. Tinky's working on the power in Hub. And at this point, Elfir has kind of lost their position. Here comes the Arc Factory over there by the power, finally. They're going to have jetpacks up momentarily. I'm not quite sure that, you know, they really need the arcs at this point, but it looks like they are going to start actually PvEing this up, so it may be needed. If KB over there in the base, Tejas jumps out of the chair, is able to clear him, so he'll get healed up from the armory and then get back in the chair. Meanwhile, while that's going on, we had Crazy and Duivel just like harassing the dude, the poor guy who was left over here in OBS. And at this point, Elfir, let's see, let's take a look at the rescraft. They're still holding on to 4 RTs. And that seems to be the average for both teams, but their map control is kind of abysmal at this point. That hive is up to 58% grown. It only has the drifter on it, no gorge at this point, so it's not, you know, gonna show up super fast. We have Muted over here all alone as a shotgun. He's gonna die. Goodbye, Muted. Goodbye. They really need to get their gates back up somewhere. Shabo gets a nice kill on KB. Crazy's down to half health again, able to duck into a vent. Trigu's gonna kill off a drifter, maybe clear the sys chain. Now, Shabo's on that. Crazy's gonna lurk around the corner and just kind of wait. Looking at the P-res situation, we've got Tinky up to 49, along with Crazy, and I think that's it. Oh, they just rolled over to 50. Crazy down to 25% health, but we got people in the base again. We have 3 on the arms lab. The arms lab is gonna go down. Oh, what is that? Oh, did somebody? Okay, it did go down. I thought it was friendly fire there. It looked like it was a delayed a moment on it dying. Who got that? Yeah, Duivel got that right before he died. So they're gonna have to rebuild that real quick. They don't have enough res at this point though. Those arcs they're just giant res sinks right now. They still have 4 RT, so it's not like they're doing horribly, but their map control is really bad. Crazy's down to 25%. KB is up as a lurk again. They actually probably didn't need KB to go lurk again. I mean, okay, maybe because they didn't have any fades at this point, but I don't know. It's questionable. I mean, at this point, 2hrsLater can almost sort of fast expand. Obviously, IOTS is up there with his jetpack zooming around. They also have Scoobies and Muted also with jetpacks. So if they're able to clear these jetpacks, it'll be much harder for Elfir to do anything, because obviously a lot of their money has gone into P-res, or a lot of their P-res has gone into these jetpack shotguns. Let's see here. What's going on over here? Shabo wisely recapping without a jetpack shotgun. We got KB in base. Contagious out of the chair again. Contagious. Get back in your chair. Support your jetpackers. There are people more expensive than you. Okay, he is getting back in there. Speaking of which, there goes Muted. I believe he was a jetpack shotgun. He's gone. And they're in the base again. They're on the obs. Here comes IOTS. Here comes Scoobies. They're going to go and try and take some of them out. Crazy's going after IOTS at this point, but decides to get the heck out. Tinky's just bouncing around. Almost. Oh, IOTS is down to like fractional health. They also have cat packs, so that'll definitely help them out. But let's take a look at how things are going over here down in repair. We've got Trigo just kind of guarding the whole thing. They do have a shade hive, so they're inking over there to slow that down. Looks like KB is going to go in there and possibly take down Trigo, but IOTS is right there. They need to weld each other. Oh, KB almost down. Crazy just died over somewhere. Looks like he died over there in Mez. It looks like Muted maybe got a couple of really good shots on him. But guess what? Let's see. What does Crazy have? Crazy has 58 res. He's an Onos, basically. Tinky, also Onos. So their lurks can go Onos, and as long as KB doesn't die and, you know, lose his... Oh, they don't have Umbra. Why don't they have Umbra yet? That needs to be, like, priority number 1 is for 2hrsLater to get Umbra. Sure, okay, yeah, they have to ink, but here come the Oni, both Crazy and Tinky, they're just running on in there. It's like IOTS is going to zoom up into the sky, he has a cat pack, he may actually take down Tinky. Not quite, but here comes Muted, and they're all going to converge on this. There's so many hallucinations that are being distracting. Tinky is still really hurt, but they're getting mucus from the drifter. All the The hallucinations are dead at this point. Here come the Onai again. They're all healed up. Tinky going down very quickly, down to less than a quarter health. Shabo almost dying. KB just died. They're just trying to really hard to kill the arcs. The Hive is down to 51%, but they just lost Crazy as an Onos. They're just playing not very smart with these Onai. They're running into this nice long hallway, which is very good for the Marines to just shoot down there. I mean, okay, it isn't as good for the jetpackers, but it's definitely good for keeping the aliens controlled. And there goes Tinky, also losing the Onos. But I think I saw that one coming the first, like, 3 times. He got down to, like, really low health. Duivel is going to go down. They actually have a freaking flamethrower on the field. That would be Duivel, or was it? No, it was Duivel that was getting chased by the flamethrower. It was Scoobies, I think, who has since died. So despite their poor map control, Elfir is still working on this. They've got everybody over here. I mean, the base is pretty much open, but there's only one skulk in there. The 2 hours later should be just like wrecking their res, and I think they finally realized they needed to be doing that. So take a look. They did get up a couple more RTs in the moment. They did just kill another harvester or extractor. But at this point, they aren't taking advantage of the opportunities that they have. I mean, there were four Marines over there for quite a while. Chabo's almost dead over there with his flamethrower. Needs a med pack. They're gonna weld up and reclaim over and repair. Meanwhile, over here, they could have. They're gonna take down the power in server. But yeah, they finally realized that they should probably be doing something since repair was a lost cause. One veil is finally up. I guess they only had time. Did they drop any more? That is the question. Fireman also going Onos, so they're gonna get their next Onai. No fades. Looks like that's about it. They were only able to get up the one veil. I can't see it in there. There it is. One veil. KB just died. Sitting there analyzing their stuff. Where did KB die? I'm not quite sure where he died. Oh well. So they're down to no lurks. They're down to just an Onos. An Onos and one veil. And that's not so great. KB's just going Scorpion. Fireman is being chased by Muted. He backs out. Muted is also obviously with the jetpack. Looks like Chabo could also afford a jetpack. So at this point, Elfir is pretty well set on their jetpacks as long as they don't die in stupid ways. If they die in stupid ways, that'll be a lot more painful for some of them than others. At this point, for example, like if Scoobies dies, he does not have enough res to get a jetpack again. IOTS, he's perfectly set. He could practically suicide with that jetpack and it's no issue. He has 70 P-res. Here comes the Onai with a couple of skulk buddies. Crazy could actually re-lurk. That might be smart if they're able to actually secure the room and get a hive up. But since they didn't like rip the faces off the res and really put base pressure on to try and distract, Tinky's up his lurk. But Gorge, sorry. But they didn't like put enough pressure, I think, on when they were trying to, you know, clear out repair. I mean, that was just a really bad position for those Onai, and they sort of threw them away. After the first couple times when Gorge is down. After the first couple times when Tinky got really low health, I think that should have been a warning sign that this isn't a good engagement. This isn't a good fight to take. Go elsewhere. Do something else. Quit trying to force a fight that is not going to turn out well. We've got Shabo over here just killing people with cat packs. Cruising along. He's just got an LMG. He's got, doesn't have a jetpack, but he's just doing work. He drags Duivel, who's finally back up as Fade. Actually, looking at his res, he might have been able to go Onos too. I'm not exactly sure if that was the best call. But then again, they might not survive until he... Wait a minute. 40, 35, 10... I don't know. They might have been able to survive to be able to get Duivel up as an Onos. But then again, they do kind of need the ability to actually kill these jetpackers. And obviously an Onai is not going to be able to do that. It's one of those cases where it's like borderline, I guess. Trigu there, jetpacker, shotgun. Also, IOT's there, jetpacker, shotgun. Fireman down to about half health. He still has some armor left, but not very much. He's gonna walk into Chabo, isn't he? He's not retreating. That's part of the issue here, is that he's not retreating. He's just hanging out in repair and trying to guard the skulks. But he's low enough health that if somebody comes around the corner and gets a cat pack, Combine that with a jetpack, and he's just gonna get melted. It's worth noting that he went for Carapace. That is, I mean, at this version of the comp mod, regen is really strong. It's one of those things where you might want to consider getting that as an Onos because it's so much health, and I'm sure that that Onos players will agree that regen gives you a lot of health. Duivel going through there, he almost gets caught by IOTs, but he's able to just go dance around the hive, and they may end up taking down IOTs, but he has enough P-res, unless he died when I wasn't looking. Oh, never mind, he died and wasted all his res at some point, so he's out of res. He'll be back being a little foot soldier for now. But they're gonna go take down that arc. This is almost a 30-minute game. I think that this has just been kind of a not necessarily a game of throws, but a game of chaos. A few throws mixed in, though, of course. Gotta have that. We've got more jetpacks. We got firemen in there. Attacking an arc. Well, he's getting surrounded. He's gonna go down. He's gone. Bye. And they have lost their Onos. This is why Duivel maybe shouldn't have gone Fade immediately. I don't think anybody was even close, though, for being able to be a Fade. It was either the guy who was almost Onos or nobody. And Duivel may end up going down here as well. And with everybody in their hive, this is pretty much over at this point, unless something silly happens. Shabo really needs a med pack. He has like 1 health right now. All the med packs are landing behind him. Anyway, got Duivel down to a half health. They're all they're all welding, and they're gonna move back into the hive yet again, and possibly melt Duivel's face. Scoobies gets separated. He gets picked off. They're arcing obviously from the north here. This shotgun down in the corner. How sad. Duivel hunting them down. Shabo missing a shot. Duivel continuing north. I'm not sure where he's planning on going, considering they're moving to base. Oh, there are some skulks and stuff in there. They almost took the chair down. They better drop another chair just in case. They have enough. They have enough res. They just better, you know, take care of that. They're just gonna weld it up. But I really think they really need to go and, you know, kind of do that whole drop another chair, because hey, they just dropped another hive. It's generally a good time to drop another chair so you don't end up with a base rush. So that would be where Duivel was going. I wasn't paying attention to my map like an idiot. Anyway, they somehow managed to scrounge up enough res with their now almost 4 RTs. So I think that Elfir wasn't quite able to take advantage of that point when they had them pretty much trapped in their base. This has been a kind of back and forth game, but I think it's not because, you know, I just think that people aren't playing as smart as they should be. Those Oni were terrible. I'm sorry guys, but you made some bad choices there, I think. Tinky and Duivel over there. Tinky obviously back up his lurk. 2 shotgunners, they're gonna melt Tinky. Tinky is gone. Duivel is next. Duivel goes down. Life forms are down. They're back to skulks. Crazy is at 34 res, so he would be the other Onos, except for the fact that this hive has been discovered. So Muted will be working on that. He gets a cat pack. He'll be able to shoot the drifter. They're actually gonna get beacon, because guess what? They're stuffing base again. They're just gonna keep trying to do this base rush, but Elfir still has 4 RTs, which isn't that great. Do keep in mind. The arcs are gonna get wasted though. Yeah, there we go. There's Iron Fist saying that regen is totally OP on Onos, basically. Shabo down there as a jetpack shotgun. ET has gone down, which is unsurprising at this point. Duivel is gonna be the last skulk alive there. Trigger survives. They lost their arcs though. So they just need a recap. It looks like we've got Scoobies working on recapping. And possibly Muted as well. We've got 1 arc left. We've got their John of Arc. And we've got a bunch of skulks. And that's what we've got in this place. A ton of skulks and an arc. And they're just gonna slowly pick them off. Jetpack, shotgun, cat pack. Yeah. They're kind of trapped. We've got RTs going down on various parts of the map. Some of it's cysts. Looks like, yeah, the one in ET is taking damage from cysts. There is 1 skulk over there. Let's take a quick peek. Crazy's gonna get picked off right over there. The RT over there got desisted, and looks like he's just gonna move forward and start, and it's gonna run directly into Tinky. Back over here. Trigu and Shabo just kind of working on this. KB back up his lurk. We keep saying these lurks come up, and they keep not, I think, not doing the work that they need to do. Or at least at this point in the game, it's kind of useless because they're so squishy in comparison. I mean, let's see here. They're still only on weapons too. So yeah, they're gonna GG it because they are trapped in their base. I think that Elfir was missing the opportunities that they had to end it earlier. KB is done, yeah. Unsurprisingly, because they have GG'd. So we just wait here for Tinky to F4. So he runs up to the ceiling. Yep, it's Elfir's map choice, I believe, as Yalu is saying. Alright. Yeah, I think there was a bunch of questionable choices there. Why the Onai did not have regen? Why the Onai was not retreating to go heal? Why the Onai... Well, a lot of these seem to be Onai, at least at this point. Look, we're gonna go to Jambi. Why the Onai were fighting repeatedly in a narrow hallway where they cannot maneuver when it was already obvious that the Marines were putting a lot of damage into them. I think that, as I said, after the first couple times when Tiki got down to about 1/4 health, he probably said, hey guys, this is really stupidly dangerous, let's do something else. Because they did not capitalize on the fact that Elfir was like, they had like 4 Marines in that area. They only had the one other dude who was probably recapping or something. They should have had all the skulks. They should have had even maybe the Onai going elsewhere. Maybe having the Onai, I mean, with the arcs there, around the corner, it's a nice defensible position. But yeah. It was some kind of questionable choices there from 2hrsLater. But then again, Elfir is not immune to this either. They had some points where they could have won the game, or other such things. They were letting 2hrsLater be able to expand out of the map too much after they killed the repair hive. It was just like, I don't know. I feel like both these teams previously did play better, and I don't know whether they're just not playing as much because it's the summer and because people are moving, going on vacation, whatever or what, but I feel like for both of them it was a little bit of sloppy play. And I feel like they can do better. So guys, do better on this next map. Make it so. Alright, so we're going to be on Jambi. Always a fun map, of course. I think pretty much everyone in here is mostly competitive player. Do we have anybody that's like not a competitive player? Because if you aren't, well, this map is kind of awesome. It's preferred a lot more by the competitive community than the pub community. Even then, some of the competitive players don't like it. I'm fine with it. I think it's nice having something else that's completely weird and different to play on. I guess people are getting into my comments about the Onai at the end of the round there. But, yeah. Jambi was done by the mapping community. It was made by several different people, so it doesn't necessarily have a consistent feel to it. It has a reasonably consistent kind of, like, they had the same idea, but it's like different iterations of the same idea. And some of the rooms mesh together a lot better than others. Like, Marine Start and then shipping kind of doesn't, or shipping doesn't work that well with Marine Start, but Marine Start and like repairs work together well. And, stuff like that. Well, either way, it was built in a bunch of different chunks and then Frankenstein together to create this map that we all now know. It looks a lot different. If you aren't a competitive player, this map looks a ton different from the ground. I mean, when I started playing on this map, I was completely lost for a very long time because I was used to the top down that you're seeing now. I was used to looking at this and seeing that map. So technically, I knew kind of how all the rooms connected, but when you go down into this view, oops, let's not go into a wall. When you go down into this view, it just looks and feels completely different than you would expect. I mean, it is really nice having a different map to play on. As I said, it's not highly symmetrical. It is not, I don't know, it's just different. And that part makes it kind of fun to play on. And you get some really interesting games on it because there is this room up here, which is oxygenation or oxy. It's really key to the aliens just because, well, they're going to start over in Waste as they are now over in Pipeworks. And, well, Oxy's kind of in between them, and it is one of their naturals no matter what hive they start. And there is a pretty direct line there. Oops, let me go back into the top down. I hit the right button. There is a pretty direct line here going right up to Oxy from the Marine Start down in Docking Bay. The only thing is that, of course, if they keep doing that, then they can't cyst into there. And it's, cutting into Oxy as a Marine means that you're blocking Pipeworks and Oregon, or you're blocking Waste and Bay. And so if the Marines get locked, if the Marines are able to lock down Oxy, that forces you into one half of the map. And that isn't exactly a good thing, especially not when, the Marines are still free to rampage around most of the rest of the map. But yeah, I think that 2 hours. As I'm reading what people are saying that yeah, talking about the bad life forms. Oh, they're actually having a smoke break, but it's coming from the dudes from Finland, not the French. What the hell? But anyway, let's see. I think that on both sides there was some questionable choices, as I mentioned. I think that they hopefully will be able to get their acts together. Maybe maybe they've realized that just because it was the first map, first round on each side. Okay, maybe they just kind of screwed up a little bit, and they'll get their act together, realize what their issues were, and really just rock it out on Zombie here and just have some really awesome rounds. I think that a lot of it was letting the other team just kind of run away a bit when they were in a good position. Life forms not the greatest for either team, it seemed like. But the Marines they were letting the aliens almost come back. They pulled it back at the end, but there were quite a few times where they had a good position. Both teams they had a good position, or they had an opportunity to make the other team be on the losing position, and they didn't do it. And I think that's something that I hope they recognize that they did, and we'll fix that in future rounds. Yeah. As I mentioned, for those of you who may not be competitive players, go wander around Jambi. It's obviously up in the workshop if you can't find a server that's currently playing it. Go wander around, take a look at it. It's pretty awesome. Or at least different. I don't know. Awesome. Yeah, you may or may not think it's awesome. Quite a few people think it's awesome. But it's different. Let's see. What else is there to talk about? Obviously at this point, this could very well be the last map. If 2hrsLater isn't able to go and win both of these rounds, then it's over. If they're able to win one of these rounds, we'll move on to a third map of 2hrsLater's choice. I have no idea what they would choose, but obviously they'd have to pick something. They're being kind of silly. Alright, but hopefully everybody's back now, give or take, so we will be able to get this started soon. I think there was some slight hostility that may be playful hostility. Who knows? It's text. You can't tell. Just given the shenanigans that started this whole thing. Yeah. Yeah. As Yellow just mentioned, the server thing. The pings are okay. Still ping advantage. Come on, guys. It's 30 ping. You want ping advantage? Play against freaking people on a different continent. And it's still double-digit ping for everybody. There's nobody who has like 5 ping. Take it up with this boss. Now poor Yalu's getting picked on. NS2. So we're still waiting for ready ups from both teams. I don't know whether we're still waiting on people to get back from AFK. I know Jackson said that he was going AFK, but he's back. Who have we got that's not moving? Scooby's is sitting in a vent. Marine-wise, we've got KB running to a wall. Actually not sure what he's doing. But he's running into a wall. It's very exciting. What have we got? Looks like everybody's pretty much moving. Aside from Dweevil. Oh, we've got Dweevil. And... Oh, Scooby's is alive now. Alright. Game is starting. Here we're gonna go. Round 3 of 2 hours later versus Elfir. Alright, we've got a waste start over here for Elfir. Meanwhile, we've got, of course, let's see what they're gonna build here. Nothing power built, they're just gonna get the heck out of base. Meanwhile, we've got 4 skulks sort of cruising down towards the center of the map. Looks like 2 are going to go down towards gravity and set up there. 3, actually, it looks like. Versus Crazy, who is the one that has scooted on into gravity. They're actually going for shift hive first, which isn't something that, you you generally see, but I don't know whether, maybe they're thinking they're gonna echo stuff. Because at this point, it seems like in the competitive scene, Crag Hive is definitely preferred because of how regen seems to be OP for the higher life forms, especially Fade and definitely Onos. Iots is just waiting around the wall there. He's gonna probably get picked off by Crazy if he doesn't move out of the way. He almost gets picked off. Looks like Muted is the sole survivor down here in supply lines, and then he's gonna work on that RT. It was 91% built. Tinky's heading in that way. So he gets tried to get a parasite, but he is just gonna have to retreat. Tinky might actually pick him off down this long hallway, but he maybe? Maybe? Tinky gets the power up. Anyway, we've got 2 guys over here in Bay. We have 1 Skulk dead. Trigger's gonna take down Dweevil, who's the last Marine there. Simba, it is best of 7. You'll hear it in 3 minutes. Tinky took down Muted, it looks like, over here in EC. He's not gonna cap, he's just gonna push on forward because we've also got Crazy moving in towards Oxy, where Shabo and Iots are both waiting to come and converge on him. He's hiding right around the wall, so he's gonna get some good damage onto Iots. However, Shabo was far enough behind that he was able to kill him there. Iots almost went down. Back here in Gravity, we have Trigger getting a kill on Tinky. Dweevil also in the room. And we still have 2 Marines over here in Bay, or 2 Marines again. KB and Fireman, they're gonna take down the RT over here in Bay. Shabo takes down one of them. Fireman's gonna hide in the vent, that obnoxious little vent over there. Shabo's gonna move into the vent. But he's such a long way. He's able to distract him so Trigo can get the kill. Down here in supply lines, looks like Iots was working on that RT a little bit. Tinky was over there though, but since Tinky has backed off back to base, looks like they're going for early shotguns. I don't know, guys. But they're all going for a shotgun rush, it looks like. They're just gonna I don't know. I don't know, guys. How confident are you? There's 2 skulks in there. They're gonna know what's up the second you guys come around the corner with those. So they're gonna try and go through here, except for the fact that... Oh, Chabo's gonna see that. They're gonna know something is up. They're gonna be like, what the hell's going on? There's a chair here in Gravity. And they aren't making it look like a relocate either. So here comes all the skulks. They're all just gonna go into base. They're doing it all in here. Jackson's out of the chair. He gets wrecked. They're gonna jump on that IP. Meanwhile, we have everybody going into the hive here. Hive is going down very slowly. Contagious out of the hive. He's gonna pick off Tinky, maybe? Nope, not quite. Contagious goes down. Iots jumps in the hive. He's gonna spawn some more eggs, it looks like, or at least that would be the assumption. Spawn some more eggs. There's nobody down there to give them more ammo, so there's... 2 hours later does win it. Oh, I clicked away at just like the wrong instant there to take a look at who's still alive. But either way, that was a good shotgun rush. I wasn't sure it was gonna necessarily work there because there was enough scopes between them and Pipe or Waste to make it. But there we go, a French cheese. Well aged too. It wasn't a very quick push. It was a well aged French cheese. Shotgun accuracy 0%. Yeah, Ho-Hey, you were actually totally right. It is best of 7. Alright. Checking a few things here. They are ready. Elfir is ready, so they have... obviously, we're going to be going on to a 3rd map after this round. I don't know whether we're gonna turn this into a cheese fest or whether just 2 hours later didn't want to get 4-0'd, so they took a chance. But we'll see. Yeah, I wish I should have looked a little bit more at the health of the hive before clicking away. But oh well. Bad timing on my part. So, okay, we'll be setting up for the next round here. It is getting... is what? 10 p.m. CEST at this point, I think. If I'm reading a window correctly that I have up that has time zones. So it's starting to get a little bit late. So maybe they don't want to... they just want to make sure that it doesn't get dragged on? Who knows? I'm a little bit surprised that they weren't able to do a little bit more damage from Elfir onto 2 hours later as they were running over there. I think that I wish that I could just rewind and watch a little bit of the highlight of that, because I think that they I don't know whether whoever it was saw the chair there in Gravity and knew whether anything was up then. Because that should have been a really good clue that something was about to go down, and I don't remember how out of position all the skulks were at that point. So Elfir is still ready to go. We're just waiting on 2 hours later. Alright, speaking of which, there is the other ready call. So here we go, round 4. Elfir versus 2 hours later. Alright. This time we have a pipe spawn for 2 hours later. They're gonna go for a second IP right off the bat. Scoobies is building that. Meanwhile, we've got, it looks like 1 going Gravity, 2 going Repair, 1 going Pub, and just hanging out and blocking that lane, at least for this particular instant. They have 4 skulks overall. Are they doing another cheese here? Trigger, you better run the hell back, because there are a ton of skulks heading your way. Scoobies. Oh, here come all Scoobies. Stop building. Stop building. 1 skulk down, 2 skulk down, 2 skulks remaining. Here comes Ayats, here comes Chabo. They're gonna take down KB and Tuivel. KB. So all the skulks just got cleared. Well then, okay. You guys can go back to building that. Meanwhile, we have muted up here in Oxy. He's gonna pick off Tinky. Here comes Crazy. So they tried for another cheese, but that one didn't work nearly as well. Especially since Trigu, was it? It was either Trigu or Chabo. One of the guys whose names begins with T backed up into back into base. Not quite far enough, and Scoobies didn't respawn a little bit fast enough to really pick off some of those early ones, but definitely sets 2 hours later's plans for a quick win back a bit. Oh, they're gonna get the RT there up in Gravity. Here comes Tinky and Crazy. I'm gonna sneak a little bit, but obviously I think those are graded walls, so they should be able to see him no problem. Match should be like, hey, there's a dude right there on the other side. He totally misses them. Iots, please. Unless he knew they were there and is trying to bait them. I'm not sure. Anyway, he's just kind of walking around. There are 3 skulks just kind of set up there. There's another one over here fighting with Scoobies. That'd be KB. KB's gonna back off and join his buddies. So they might actually be trying this again. There are 4 of them there. I think that Iots knows that they're there. And Duvel's over on that side, which is pulling Iots over onto that way, so they're able to get 4 skulks towards the base again. They do not have an IP, or they do not have an OB, so here comes 4 skulks into the base, and they're gonna jump right on one of the IPs. But all the Marines are everywhere. There's, you know, one here and they're everywhere, just not down there.
Under attack.
Here comes Iots and muted. They did lose 1 IP. They're on the second IP. KB bit getting picked off. They're down to 2 skulks left, both IPs down. Fireman getting cleared. Trigger's up here just still working away on that RT. Doesn't care. He's far enough away that's like no matter. He's just gonna die because he doesn't have any med packs. May actually get that RT down though. But here comes 3 skulks, so he's doomed. Goodbye, Trigu. You led a good life, but at least you took down the RT. Anyway, they got their IPs back up again. So with Contagious back in the chair again, they're setting up for another rush. They better just get mines. Screw your arms leg, get mines. They're gonna keep doing this. They're almost up to Lurkcast though, so maybe mines might not even work unless they're gonna go Air France after this and really just keep rushing. Picking off Skulks one by one. Fireman's the only one left, but he may get that RT down if he's able to dance around it well enough. Just not. That RT's down to 10%. So that'll be easy enough for him to clear it a bit. Looks like Tinky will get that one down in repairs, no problem. Looking at the res graph, they were up to 5 RTs and they're now down to I don't know, down to 4. Well, we have Marines up here in pretty much right outside the doorstep again. We have Trigu back to working on stuff in Oregon. He's just gonna slowly kill that crag. It is down to about half health. And he's just gonna keep working on it. There is one of the lurks. We have Crazy and KB up his lurks. Here comes Fireman as another lurk. Tinky also going lurk. They're going Air France. We're gonna have an Air France situation here. And I don't know whether or not they're gonna hear this. Shotguns. I would be really suspicious if I was Elfir right now. I'd be going like, they've rushed the base like 3 times, dudes. Keep a couple guys back in base. And IOTS is back in base. Muted is back in base. Chigu is spotted them. Chigu is bait. Looks like Tinky may be the first lurk down. KB also very chipped. But they don't. What they need is an ob so they can just beacon it. But they have 6 RTs. I hope they dropped another chair. They need Contagious to drop another. Contagious, drop another chair. Drop another chair. Get Fireman off the chair. They're gonna lose this because they freaking. Okay, Fireman goes down. Dweevil goes down. That chair gets saved at 7%. He really needed to drop another chair, like over an ET or something. Or waste. Somewhere. He really needs that other chair. That was a disaster. Well, for 2 hours later at least. They're trying the cheese, but they aren't. It's like they're telegraphing the cheese too much. It's because they keep rushing. They keep just rushing the base, and that's not gonna work. They're getting the obs up so they can just beacon and not care anymore. They have 6 RTs. This is not how you go and you win rounds. This is, well, unless they do something stupid. If I was Contagious, I would have. Oh, Tinky goes down. They're down to 2 lurks now. KB's about to go down. KB down. Here comes Crazy. Crazy will probably go down here momentarily because there are kind of Marines everywhere. Crazy's able to escape at the last moment. I don't know why they haven't at this point just GG'd. They have no P-res. They have no T-res. It's just doomed. Unless they really think that they're going to be able to skull crush again. I mean, after those first 2 skull crushes, they shouldn't have done Air France. They really, really shouldn't have. I mean, you saw that Elfir was suspicious. They had 3 people back in base. I mean, they aren't taking any chances. They're gonna freaking arc that thing. Fireman's poking his nose out of the vent. He's gonna get his face shot off. One skulk has escaped into the vent there. KB moving towards supply lines. Muted's hanging out over there in Oxy. Needs a little bit of medding going on there, but he's versus the 1 lurk, which is crazy. I mean, Elfir has 5 RTs. We take a look here. Just Elfir has been rocking this round. I mean, look at this. It's pretty terrible. They spent all their like effort into the rushes. Tinky's like actually up on the ceiling there. Trigu's gonna waste. No, he's gonna get wasted. Tinky and Crazy both on the gate. Looks like they are gonna be able to get that down. Nobody's there in base. Looks like Chabo's going to try and get through. Pulls them off the gate. Is able to take down the skulk, but Crazy's still on there. Trigu jumps through. Scares Crazy away a little bit. May take down Crazy. Crazy goes down. That's it. They're done. They're done. I mean, honestly, they're done. I don't know why they haven't just GG'd because they're out of life forms. I mean, maybe it looks like they're setting up for one more last ditch push, which is kind of silly. They don't have anything. Elfir has 6 RTs. They could just drop chairs everywhere and just chair them to death. They could kill them with chairs. They could just drop chairs everywhere. They could build a wall of chairs around their hive. Well, if that was possible. And they have an obs. I mean, obviously. This is a trivial matter of beaconing. I hope Trig. I was hoping Trig was gonna like just rock all those skulks and just kill them all. Contagious jumps out of the chair way too much. Just throwing that out there. But it's done. Come on, guys. Why are you still fighting this? Why are you Just YOLOing. Do you guys just not like Zombie? What's going on here? That's one of the things I want to find out is, okay, there's the GG. Because I don't feel like they were, I mean, okay, the shotgun rush was maybe a little bit messy, but they did that pretty well. This round? No. Bad 2 hours later. Bad. If your first couple skull crushes don't work, don't keep trying to rush. Just don't do it. They know that you're like, hey, let's rush. Let's rush their base. Let's get some more people and rush their base again. They'd have a lot better chance if they'd gone instead, bitten down all the res. I don't know. Trying to remember what happened 3 minutes ago. Caged? That's not on the rotation. They're just being stupid. They're just being stupid. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Jackson, please. Orbital beta. They could pick Descent if they really want to be trolls. Nobody likes Descent. Or at least I'm pretty sure most people don't like Descent. Oh! Okay, they're going Summit. Okay, so we'll be switching to Summit for this last round. A slightly more forgiving map. Well then. I'm trying to remember what happened 3 minutes in the past. Well then. Yeah. Okay, the first Skull Crush. Okay, legit. Try that. Why not? Second Skull Rush? Maybe. Eh. If that was the one where they almost got the chair down? Or no. That was a bad on Contagious Party did not drop another chair after that. That would have been like, I think that would have been a really good call if he'd gone and put a chair somewhere. Just so, cause if they were after the first couple of rushes, it's like, dude, they're just gonna keep rushing, and obviously if you're rushing that much, you aren't gonna get anything done. So you might as well just, put another chair up to prevent them getting lucky, or getting that lucky victory, because maybe somebody lags at the wrong moment and dies, and then everything gets explodey and dies. But put that other chair down. It's pretty cheap, and just call it good. But I don't know. Did they have? I'm trying to remember what hive they went. If they had a drifter in there. I can't quite remember if they had a drifter in there. Somebody will have to remind me. But if they had a drifter in there with mucus and the lurks weren't quite so scattered, then maybe they could have had a chance at getting the lurk rush to work. Except for the fact they want shotguns, because I think that Elfir was guessing that would probably happen. They had so much res that it didn't really matter anyway. Because it's obvious that 2hrsLater wasn't going to have the res to have 3 shells up. They weren't going to have, yeah. It was just not going to be good for 2hrsLater. Yes, it is a best of 7. So this is potentially the last round. If Elfir is able to win this, that'll be it. That'll be them moving on to face whoever wins Cheesecake versus T6 this Sunday. Fireman might not like me that much after me dissing his own eye. I do think that I do think that 2hrsLater just wasn't taking Zombie that seriously, at least that second round. Or if they were, I just think that they need to practice more. Only person you can creep on is Hugh. Alright. So, Summit. Obviously one of the favored maps, very symmetrical, very forgiving, and a lot of opportunities for Elfir to end it early if 2 hours later does not properly lane block, does not, they leave some sort of gap open for a long enough period of time. They get too aggressive, whatever. There's a lot of potential there for Elfir to just end the round. However, similarly, it is a reasonably forgiving map, and if 2 hours later it gets a spawn that gets a good spawn and Elfir, I don't know, gets stuck in Atrium and they hate Atrium. I don't know. I don't know if they actually hate Atrium, but I'm just throwing that out there. If they get a spawn they don't like, and 2 hours later plays it right, they could win. But if they're just kind of going for the French cheese, then it might not be. At least not with them as Marines. If they had been aliens on this, then I would say it's entirely possible for them to take the round. But I think at this point, just, I don't know. They could do another shotgun rush. They could do a relocate to cross. That might be interesting. If they're just going for silly tactics, they might end up doing a relocate to cross, but we'll see. Alright, round 5. Or 4. Yeah, 5. And we've got sub-atrium spawns with Elfir down in south, and up here in atrium we've got 2 hours later. Let's see what they are going to do. Apparently it is get the hell out of base. They are going for an arms lab. So perhaps playing a bit more seriously this round. Got skulks all over the map, no gorges. Unsurprisingly, this map is pretty small, at least as far as that goes, so no gorge needed. Alright, Crazy moving forward here, but he has 3 skulks sort of surrounding him, so if he doesn't back up and get with his buddies, he might end up getting rolled. Chabo just kind of lurking around the corner there, Trigo up in the vent. It comes down right, auto, but Crazy's able to get the pick. He's actually able to get the pick on Chabo as well, so both of those skulks go down. There are 4 skulks dead. The only one alive is the one over here, which apparently won the engagement. And so that is muted. He was working on the RT. I don't know why he suddenly stopped. Oh, it's because Fireman was still a good distance away, but he's gonna get the parasite, go through the vent, just kind of dance around a little bit and waste Fireman's time, it looks like. Or maybe see if Fireman will go elsewhere. Fireman's definitely being cautious. We have a big engagement. All 4. We have the rest of the skulks over here. There were 4, now there's 3. IOTS is pretty chipped, and looks like he's going to go over to Glass to support Muted. Muted actually won that engagement, so he's going to go after that RT there in Reactor. Here comes Duivel. Picks off IOTS. Here comes Muted. Muted versus Duivel. Duivel getting some nice med packs and able to clear that. Here comes Crazy and Fireman along with them. Armor 1 is now started. Trigger's just working on an RT there. Meanwhile, we have Tinky down here picking off a drifter that got left alone. Contagious, move your drifters. Tinky's about to die. He goes, oh, he took down Trigu first though. Tinky is secretly immortal. Oh, he finally goes down. He could have maybe taken out Skibbies, but 2 skulks there, twice as many targets to focus on. Can't get a little bit messy. Here comes Contagious out of the hive. He's going to go over there and try and save that, but there's kind of this issue called, well, there's 2 of them and only 2 skulks. Dweevil's getting a little bit of chip damage on Contagious. Trigger's trying to get a parasite or 2. Here comes the rest of the skulks. Contagious is actually going to go back to the hive. Looks like Chavo may be going to flank. Fireman is getting attacked by 2. Dweevel also getting wrecked, so all that's left is Muted and Chabo. That Harvester did not go down, obviously. We got Tinky kind of creeping into pipe. I don't think anybody heard him. They went Shift Hive. Again, it's kind of I don't know. I'm not sure if I agree with Shift Hive anymore, but Elfir may just be counting on the fact that they'll be able to lock down a second Hive relatively easy. They got Muted up here. He's going to take down that 3%. 3%. He almost got that. So that'll be easy enough. That'll waste people's time. And we've got Trigo and IOTS up as lurks, unsurprisingly. So they're cruising along now. And here's the thing though, the Elfir is down to 2 RTs because they lost the one over here in Comp Lab. We got 2 Marines, that'd be Fireman and Dweevil, just kind of slowly creeping. But Muted is right there, so Parasite on Fireman, their creeping days are over. They take out Muted, and they're gonna work on that that Harvester. There's a whip over there that's at 43%. Looking over here, we've got Trigu was apparently fighting KB. Dweevil just died somewhere, I don't know where. I think, was he one of those? He might have been one of the guys in here and he fell down. Yeah, he fell down the pit. Oops. He's probably trying to avoid the lurks. Oh, we got Trigu and Iots like cruising through cross. Nothing really there. They're gonna go over to the guy here in Comp Lab, which is KB. Here comes Muted as well. And they're just gonna swarm him. That Drifter is so close to dead. Up here we've got, well, we had Shaba working on that RT. Got it down to about half health. They're gonna go for shotguns. They'll be armor one, weapon one shotguns, so assuming they get them right out on the field right away, that'll be reasonable. Pilot's just kind of flying right into them, but not getting too hurt. Except for he's kind of pinched now, because Tinky's right over there. He just thinks he can get the hell out, so he goes through there. Guess what? There's also a Dweevil over there. He's scooting along underneath the floor. But there's nobody to pinch him, so he should be able to get back to the hive and get healed up, no problem. Trigu's over there. He didn't take any damage from fighting the Marine over in Data Core. It looks like Chabo's gonna converge on Tinky, changes his mind, goes into the vent. He gets chipped. He's basically trapped in there. He can't really do much with that level of health. We got Trigu and Iots over here towards Cross. They're gonna take out Dweevil, potentially. Oh, whoa, hello. Hello, Trigu. He got kind of low there. So did Iots. So both lurks got kind of low. We do have shotguns out on the field. Looks like Crazy wants to go after the Skulk there. Which just kind of uses up. Bye-bye, RT. I don't know why Crazy would risk his shotgun going in there. That seems like a really bad choice to me. But what do I know? Anyway, Tinky took out 2 Skulks there. So it looks like Fireman and Tinky are able to lock down that. Trigu gets kind of low. He is without armor, but not enough pistol shots landed to kill him. Iots is going to run right into Crazy, potentially, who does have a shotgun. It looks like he's going to hang back and just get spike damage if Crazy pops his head around the corner. Just given the fact he's hanging back like that, I'm assuming he is waiting for his cohorts. And they're going to go and maybe see what's going on. Obviously, the jig is up. He does have a shotgun. Chigu is going to maybe go down here. I'm actually not sure why he didn't die. Not quite sure why that didn't die. Anyway. 3 Marines over there in Comp Lab that just took down a Skulk. Here's Iots and Trigu getting some spike damage, both getting kind of low, so they're going to go back and heal. They're going to lose the RT over there. Then again, they may end up losing the one over here in Reactor. That looks like they're definitely going to lose the one over in Crevice. So just lots of RTs going down everywhere. 4 RTs down of 2 hours later in 6 minutes, so a better ratio than some of the other games. 2 Harvesters down. Taking a quick look, at this point, 2 hours later is ahead in kills. I think the Lurks have been playing a little bit more defensively, but then again, they have shotguns, so obviously neither of them probably want to run in and bite them because they are not crazy and have 0 desire to flash their Lurks. What have we got up here? We have Crazy versus, was that Iots? Yeah, Iots. Both got out of there with half health after med packs and all that jazz. We got, looks like 3 aliens moving in here to cross where KB and Fireman are. 1 Skulk down. Trigger's gonna have to get the hell out because he's down to, you know, 1/4 of his health. So it's another one of those games where it seems like it's a little bit, not necessarily a rocky start, but just kind of slow. They've not really had that high, like, res. There's been points, but it looks like finally 2 hours later is able to lock down a few RTs and they're up to 4. Iots is there playing with his food, and so Trigger has to come in and clear that up. 2 again over here in Comp Lab. So 2 hours later is doing a lot better at actually keeping the pressure up. I think that maybe they just were not fond of Zombie. I think that might be part of what happened on that last map. I'll have to ask them later, maybe. Trigger's over there versus KB. He does have a shotgun, but he hasn't taken that much damage, so he's just kind of backing off and letting KB be drawn back. Contagious is out of the hive. He ran in there. He just gets picked off. So that. Anyway, Trigu takes a couple bites. He still has plenty of energy, and KB was actually low on shells in that shotgun of his. So he might have actually been able to take that, especially after a couple of those rounds got wasted on skulks and a few of them missed. 2 hours later, doing very good on the res. They're going to be up to 6. They need to get those skulks out there on the map and quit engaging and, you know, go kill all the res. That's what they need to be doing. And at this point, you know, we should be seeing these engagements basically just with the lurks. But instead, we keep seeing these skulks just like YOLOing on in. Oh, looks like, who was that? That was IOTS getting kind of low there from the comp lab engagement. KB's the only one left over there. I don't know whether there was anybody else. I think there was earlier. But they've pretty much pushed Elfir back onto their you know, technologies. But guess what? It's fade time. Muted moving in, taking out one of them. Crazy's gonna be next. He's just an LMG. Now he's a shotgun, but he has no health, so just spike him to death. Spike him, spike him. He has to go down. Oh, that shotgun, unrecoverable. Can I actually look down there? Unrecoverable. Good luck getting that back. Anyway, it looks like they're gonna maybe be, nope, they're not gonna be able to cap that. Scoobies gets to play bait there. 2 shotgunners, they may, oh, they lost Trigu. That's not good. So, IOTS, it's all up to you, dude. You gotta be the carry lurk. They do have muted up his fade. He's chilling out over in vent for some reason. I don't know what he's doing. Either way, he met up with IOTS. Looks like at this point they're just gonna throw comp lab away and just go elsewhere. There's so many shotguns out on the field here that they may actually end up losing a round. We have somebody moving in, we have 2 guys moving into the main hive. We have Fireman and KB both in there with shotguns. Actually, all the Marines currently have shotguns. And they're just like pushing on in. They're going to back up now, especially since all the life forms have pulled back to try and wipe them out. They do end up losing both those shotguns. There's nobody nearby to recap them. The closest one is Crazy, who is alone with a shotgun. And though IOTS almost goes down there, he was going to go bite a shotgunner in the face, and that is not a good choice. Come on, dude. Anyway, they're getting phase tech up now, so that'll be weapons 2, armor 2 shotguns with phase tech. And since the dude, they just lost yet another, weapons 3. Yeah, 2 hours later is definitely in a good position here. They have been pretty much the entire time. Let's take a look here. What happened to the res biting? At 7 minutes, just res biting went away. It just evaporated. It's gone. Res biting is an X strat. It's the old meta. The new meta is let the Marines have everything, apparently. Fear, please. So they're just letting, I don't know whether they're just not thinking about it or what, but I think after that, if they don't look at the, if the server has NS2 stats, I hope they're going to take a look at that and see, but I don't remember if it does or not. They're just letting 2 hours later run away with the res. Of course, on the other hand, they're making them lose a bunch of shotguns in places where they can't recover it. But here's the thing, they're getting gate right there. They're getting that bank right there. At this point, with the obs up, it's 6 RTs. They just need to wait a little bit. They maybe should have waited a little bit longer until they had a nice buffer of res, gotten cat packs, and then just gone into the hive with the shotguns and just melted it. Because then they could have just beaconed back if they rushed the base, which is pretty much one of the few things that you have as an option. Unless you're, you know, stupidly lucky and able to clear them all. Here they all come. They're all going to come into the hive. They have 24 T-res banked. They're going to drop another chair, so they don't even have to worry. And they're just going to have to try and clear this. The hive is... They're killing the Crag first. Crag is down to 11%. They need to pick their targets. 1 Marine almost down. I keep saying all these Marines could get almost down. I don't know whether they're not calling targets or whether they're just... I mean, all of them are just without armor. Muted is very low. And Shabo also very low. They're just kind of dancing around the hive. Hive is currently empty, I believe. Come on, guys. 1 Marine down. That's 1 shotgun that they probably won't... Here comes KB. 3 Marines left. Are they spending too much time killing the life forms? What's going on here? I'm trying to figure this out. IOTS ducks into a vent. He's very low health at this point. And the Marines have pretty much taken over the room, and there's nobody in the hive to do anything. Not that they really have much res. They just totally messed up by not biting res. Oh, muted goes down. They finally started fighting Rez at 11 minutes. Both the fades are down. Ios is the only one alive, and he's gonna go down here momentarily, and that's going to be GG. How did he escape? Tinky, please. G. G. Alright, that will be it. So we're up to 2-3. Elfir is still in the lead, but this round has been won by 2 hours later. So we have one more round here on Summit. A phone break. Everything's a break. This is NS2. This is the game of breaks. Yeah. I think that Elfir threw that one by not biting Rez for a very long time. Just all of a sudden at 10 minutes, I think it was, they're just 2 hours later's Rez just exploded. There was nobody biting Rez, and I think at a certain point they realized, hey, wait, why do they suddenly have all this Rez? Oh, maybe we should bite Rez. But by then they'd had like 6 or 7 RTs for, you know, a couple minutes. Quite a few minutes. And it was way too late to pull that back. They were taking engagements, but 2 hours later was dictating all the engagements. They were the ones saying, hey, we're gonna like freaking be up in your freaking doorstep. We're gonna go chill out in comp lab and be annoying. Oh, now this time we're gonna be up in vent. And Elfira just kept responding to it. They weren't forcing their own engagements. They were just responding to the ones that 2 hours later were dictating. And since it was on their doorstep, they couldn't go back and bite the res. But with 2 hours later now as aliens, this map, if they play it right, there's a lot of ways that you could ending up back at the marine base, and you know end up killing everything. So I wonder if 2 hours later is going to be counting on that, or if they're going to just hope that they can still be dictating the engagements and push Elfir back to Turtle and Marine start, wherever that happens to be. I don't know. That last round was different than some of the earlier ones, that is for sure. Definitely a totally different side of 2 hours later than their zombie alien round. So we'll see. This is very up in the air. Again, this is still, if Elfir wins this round, then they are the winners and they get to move on to the finals. If 2 hours later wins, we get to go on to another map for the last round. But, because it is best of 7. It is whoever gets to 4 first wins. So if 2 hours later wants to face, you know, Cheesecake or T6, well, they better win this, and then they better win the next round too. But we shall see. So Contagious, I think, said something about a phone break. Let me alt-tab real quick and take a look at a couple things. Alright. There we go. Computer feels really laggy right now. Probably have something. There we go. That's what it was. Alright. So still waiting on them. So I'm curious if this one, where I thought that it was going to be, you know, reasonably in Elfir's favor, and that maybe by now we would have been done and had them win. That's what I'd honestly been thinking, is that just based on their last game, that's what it was looking like what would happen. But if this is what's happening on this round, or this game, I really wonder what's going to happen for the other Div 2 semifinal, because that one seems a lot closer, or at least, you know, based on, you know, the relative skill of the teams and how you know my team has felt scrimming them both. That one might be a lot closer. Will definitely be good to watch. Again, that's one of the games that's going to be going on this Sunday. It's not on the calendar yet because I want to confirm that the time that they have listed is legitimately what it's going to be. But there should be the Snails versus Imagine game. No, yes, Snails versus Imagine on Sunday too, which Ren is casting. I think I said that already. Oh, we have another person going BRB. Let me actually do something before I forget. Click, click. There we go. Alright, back into the game. Alright. So how will this go? Alright, we got Alfir all back on their same team. And not sitting in the ready room because they're AFK. We're just waiting on Crazy to get back. And then we will be starting on round 6. That thing. I'm also curious that if this does end up going 3-3, what map we're going to see after this. It would be Elfir's choice. So, I don't know, we'll see. Alright, Elfir has readied up. So we are just waiting on Crazy to return. Set your global type to something you never press, like my shots. Oh, poor fireman, dissing himself. I think I went through all of my, normal filler stuff back when we were waiting half an hour for this whole thing to get started, which is rather unfortunate. But yeah, for those of you who weren't here at the beginning, check the NSL site for all the stuff regarding Comp Mod version 3, stuff for the summer, and all that jazz. Go post on those threads, because the more people that post in both of them, hopefully, theoretically, the better whatever the end result is will be. Looks like we have everybody on the team now, so hopefully we'll be starting up on the next, thingy. Next round. Here soon enough. Just waiting on 2hrsLater ready up, and there's the ready up, so here we go, into the round 6 for Elfir versus 2hrsLater, Div 2 semifinals. As all of Elfir jumps off the cliff. Alright, Atrium spawn up there for 2hrsLater. And down here we have Elfir. So that's the same spawns, just different sides. So here we go, they're going for an arms lab, second IP. We have a bunch of the aliens going down the left side of the map. I don't know whether they're just planning on trying to rush this or what. Muted better see that there's a lot of skulks and get the heck out. Looks like he and Chabo are going to try and pick as many as they can. They already took down one of them, 2 of them are down. KBB was probably going to be the next one down. They actually have somebody going through the vent to skip the way over there. Scooby's came back and he's going to go through. He's going to get wrecked. Contagious, get back in that chair. Oh, never mind. You can stay out of the chair, I guess. It's just KB. KB's the only one left. He gets wrecked. If they're doing this again... Oh my goodness. Please don't rush again 2hrsLater. Oh, mines. Yeah, they're like, screw this. Elfir is like, screw this all. Oh, I guess they didn't go arms lab. They went armory. I misread the little blueprint when it was still blueprint. They're going mines. They're saying, screw you guys. We're gonna put up mines so that way if you try to skull crush us again, you'll get wrecked. There's just 2 over here creeping in the hallway. Dweevil and Crazy. They have to hear the mines at this point. Lots of mines going up around the IP. That was Ayat setting down the mines, and Dweevil and Crazy are, or at least Dweevil's gonna back up and Crazy's gonna wait and see if he can get the pick. He does get the pick on Ayat's. And KB's gonna work on the RT over there in Comp Lab. So both their naturals are currently under attack, but it looks like Muted has one covered, and I think... I was gonna say Trigu had the other one, but Trigu just got taken down by Dweevil, and they're gonna lose the RT over there in Vent, assuming whoever it is, assuming Ayats does not clear that. Yeah, he's gonna lose that. Dweevil may end up going down now, but maybe. Here comes Tinky, also partially healed. He ends up taking out Ayats, and here comes Trigu. Trigu's gonna take down Dweevil, puts him in the vent there. They're gonna just go kind of mind crazy, it sounds like, because after that first rush, I think that they're just like, no, you're not doing this again. That was dumb. So they're gonna build up vent again. But we have 3 skulks over here in Comp Lab. Chabo takes down 1. Here comes Tinky. He's gonna maybe take down Chabo. He does. They're losing the Comp Lab RTs. They're being kind of aggressive now after that initial push, kind of failing spectacularly. Doing a lot of pack play though. Here comes the 3, but they're funneled through a little vent, so one of them gets picked off before they're able to take down IOTs. Those 2 are gonna now move over to vent and try and take down that RT again. Here comes Scooby's moving back to try and cap that. However, Dweevil and Tinky are right in the way, but there's a nice long hallway there, so Trigger's able to get a good shot on both of them. He's able to take down Tinky. However, he's on his pistol, so he goes down to crazy due to not having the right on DPS for that engagement. Muted's just creeping on forward. There isn't anything really for him to kill there aside from some cysts. KB's in the vent, so Muted. I think the KB would be smart to just skip him and go to Comp Lab, which looks like that's what he's doing. He's just sneaking right along, right there up in the ceiling. He's gonna go after Comp Lab. There is one mine there, so he'll probably see that, just given the fact that, you know, if you're using alien vision, you will generally see the mines. At this point, most people, I think, do have permanently on alien vision of their preference due to NS2+. Dweevil's actually up in the rafters there in those, like, annoying little loop parts. I have 2 skulks over here. How are they not setting off that? Oh, I guess he's on top of it. On top of the RT. They're going to be able to take down Comp Lab because there's only the one mine there. And that has been cleared again. Taking a look at the res graph here. 3 RTs down in 4 minutes. Very good ratio there for 2 hours later. Dweevil's just, like, wasting their time. Scoobies and Shabo just need to, like, move on. Because, I mean, look at... Oh, now they pick him off. But if he'd just stayed up there and been annoying... I mean, think of how much time you could waste just bouncing around in the rafters. I mean, you're 1 skulk. And you're wasting the time of 2 Marines. Anyway, Tinky is up his lurk. So is Crazy. Got Crazy right around the pillar there, and they end up, or they're gonna lose both the Marines that are in that general vicinity, but they're cheap. They don't have many upgrades. They're just getting armor 1 now, so I mean, it's obviously, since they want mines so early, it's just a little bit slow, but or at least those initial upgrades will be a little bit slow until they're able to lock down more of the res. Tinky's just cruising around here as a lurk. But obviously Elfear is up to almost 5 RTs now. But with 2 hours later in control of Cross at the moment, that isn't exactly good. Muted's about to get just totally rolled. So they're up to 3 lurks again. That KB, Tinky, and Crazy. So they're just gonna completely annihilate. Hey, Fireman, why aren't you on the RT? Oh, I guess he's gonna go after that one again. KB may be on mine duty. He's gonna get a little... Oh, if he flew into that vent, though, there is that mine in the vent, and that could do some serious damage to a lurk if he ends up trying to dodge out that way. So I don't think that one has been spotted. KB goes down fairly low. They're able to save that RT there in Comp Lab. Meanwhile, both the other 2 lurks, I think, just defended something up here in Reactor. Yep, there's a corpse floating around over there. Shabo's over there in Cross, and he's about to get just chomped on and killed by Tinky. One of the other lurks over here on the RT in Data Core. And I'll talk about me more then. Okay, shotguns are out. They are working on weapons 1 at the moment. So these shotguns that are out aren't exactly the strongest things ever. Bazy's gonna pop that mine right there, and it looks like we're gonna have a shotgun down from Tinky. Oh, whoa! Tinky goes down. Nice shooting there from Scoobies and Trigu. I think that was mostly Trigu getting some point-blank shotgun blasts, so they're down to 2 lurks. We have some lurks in the base, actually. Chabo's kind of trying to lure them onto the mines, it looks like. It gets a good mine damage onto KB. But Fireman is on the RT. Get back in the chair! Dweevil's coming in from the other side. Contagious goes down and his, Ragdoll kind of goes bananas. Chabo was able to pull the Skulk over onto the mine. KB just went down, I think, in Cross. Yeah, there's his corpse. So Muta took him down in Cross. So all the aliens except for Crazy are dead right now. That was totally planned. Oh, what happened there? So at the moment, not looking as well for 2 hours later. At the moment, the left side of the map is open. Well, okay, never mind. Chabo was kind of just stacked up on that RT. Oh wait, here it comes. It looks like they're gonna try and clear Cross. There's 1 shotgun in there, and there's only 1 skulk remaining. So at this point, a failed push into cross, but it was just Skulks and they had a long way to travel without much cover. They're going to lose the RT there in cross, and it looks like probably get gates up as soon as possible. They're only on 9 T-res at the moment, so it'll be a little bit before they're able to get their base gate, let alone let alone get the gate system up and functioning across the map. But it looks like they're doing quite a bit of res harassment. We have Crazy down to, 2/3 health. Not horrendous. Scoobies is just kind of backing around the back of the room. Crazy's again, somebody's using those little thingies up in the ceiling to hide and be annoying and waste time because you can't shoot them up there. Well, at least not very easily. Looks like KB is again being sneaky. He's gonna go after that stupid RT. But Shabo, I think, either heard him or was guessing that would probably happen because here he is and he's gonna take down KB with a nice pistol shot. Fade is up. That'd be Fireman. And Dweevil also went Fade. And it looks like we're going to have a bit of a base rush in here, and they're going to just beacon because they do obviously have the ops over there. Contagious actually pops out of the chair. Contagious, you need to stay in the chair more. You already beaconed. It's no point in jumping out. We got Fireman over there along with Tinky. Tinky's going to take down that RT, and IOTS is going to die to Fireman with swipes. Or not. Okay, Tinky's going to clean up IOTS. So they definitely had an opportunity there to try and do some damage in the Marine base, but the only problem is they did have the ops, they did have plenty of res at the time to beacon. If they were able to pull the Marines back to the other side of the map and then push again, at least for now they have plenty of time. They would have been able to they wouldn't be able to beacon since they were at the time only on 6 res. Crazy's getting a bit of chip damage there. It'll be a little bit longer before they're able to get a second lurk up, but at this point it isn't really needed. They should just be trying to lock down. Looks like they're probably going to have better luck locking down Data at this point to be able to get that second hive up so they can get Umbra. Looks like they're on their second biomass. So they're a little bit behind on that potentially. They probably should have had that set up so that they're... Oh, here we go. Here comes a base rush. They left that side open. Contagious! What are you doing? Oh, the gate is up. Just kidding. But still, Contagious, why are you getting out of the chair so much? Contagious, please. It's like a little jack-in-the-box. There's so many scenarios where that can end so badly. And I think we already saw some of that happen where they didn't lose more because of luck than anything. I'm going to see KB coming up here getting a parasite on Trigu, but goes down to the shotgun blast. Scoobies is over here in Data, clearing out that. So it looks like their position, or their ability to take Data as their second hive location is pretty much destroyed at this point. Looks like we're going to see a push on across. But it's kind of disorganized, but there's only Trigu there, and he's getting spiked like crazy by Crazy. And he's going to go down. Shabo's right around the corner. He does just have an LMG. He's going to be able to grab the shotgun, maybe get a shot on Fireman. Maybe. He may actually take down Fireman. Here comes another muted. It's up there, but it doesn't get quite enough damage. And they're able to clear that. So the gate position has been lost. They have like a bunch of drifters looking at that. Anyway, they just took over Data. Elfir, that is. They have Dweevil over there, but Scoobies is just an LMG. He's going to waste his bullets on assist, and here comes Dweevil. It was good timing there. Very good decision-making on that section to wait for, most of those bullets to go into that, assist. That's at 10% now. Ots is going to finish clearing that and reload, hopefully. We have 3 push going towards cross, but guess what? There's 4 aliens just set up there. One of them is a fade. Skulks will get melted, maybe. Muted better just, back up. That was one of the things. He stayed too far forward. Shabo started backing up, which was a smart decision, except for the fact that Muted was not. And right now, he's stuck in that... Oh, get a pistol shot! Oh, Fireman got so low. That would have been amazing if he could have just, turned around and just pistoled him. I don't know if he realized just how low that fade was, though. Anyway, let's see how things are going. Okay, now maybe they'll be able to get their second hive up in flight. Who knows? But at the moment, Data's clear again, so he can Jackson can sit back in there. And it looks like here comes a giant group. I don't know where they're planning on going. Looks like they're gonna go clear the 2 shotgunners, maybe. Oh yeah, they all just converged on them. Those are 2 shotguns they aren't gonna be able to get back very easily. And it looks like Shabo and Scoobies both have plenty of res to get another set of shotguns, as does Muted. But Trigu is a little bit hard up for res at the moment, but they're on 3 RTs and 2hrsLater are on 5. As you can see, they just kind of like, they've been holding, 2hrsLater's been holding very well at 3, which, you know, it's, you know, it's pretty easy to do. But, especially since, again, Elfir isn't like up on their doorstep. At this point, they've sort of lost their momentum as far as being able to go and take advantage of the fact that they killed all those lurks at the beginning. Well, 2 of the 3 lurks. But yeah, looking at this, yeah, they kind of lost. They had some good positioning for a while, but at this point, I mean, the fact that they had to go for a gate in data is something that's pretty telling about the current alien position. I mean, you don't want a data gate. That's not an aggressive gate at all. It's just a gate. It'll help you hold that RT, kind of. Oh, and they lost the one there in Vent as well. They don't have enough to recap it yet. So he'll have to wait around a little bit before Chabo's... Okay, there we go. Chabo's able to go and rebuild that. Yeah, I don't know why Elfir is pretty much... They're just kind of reacting to stuff. They aren't being aggressive. 2hrsLater seems to know what they're doing. And this time they aren't throwing rounds like they did on Zombie. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Metabolize has finally started. Again, I think that's a little bit slow as far as getting that tech, because that is really preferred by the fades. But there you go. Fireman, again, getting really low. They just need like a little bit more damage, and they could have had a fade down. Chico able to cycle the shotgun, I think? Maybe. I'm not sure. But anyway, we got a big group of... I was going to say going to base, but they stopped at the RT. Muted respawning. He's going to go right over there. Dweevel's right around the corner. Trigu also going that way. Dweevel's just hiding. He decides against it, though, and he's going to back up with the rest of the guys, and they're going to scoot towards there. Because guess what? There are 3 going to cross. Looks like they're going to go for a cross hive. There's tons of stuff there. But guess what? There's also tons of aliens now. And they're not able to get any good life form picks, and that shade there is going to make... Oh, yeah, there's the hive. I think that might have been soon enough after they're dead. They might have heard that in the, like, you know, death screen kind of thing. Crazy's actually on the gate there. He gets chipped down to about half health before retreating to Crossroads, which is going to be hive number 2. Fireman just kind of lurking around at Data Core, not doing much as far as that goes. We've got a 2 push moving back into flight control to try and see if they could reclaim that at all. But they're about to get pinched by both the life forms here, Dweevel and Crazy. Muted is surprisingly still alive. Doesn't end up going down. So 2hrsLater is on 5 RTs. Elfir is on 4. You do not want to have the aliens have more RTs than you as a Marine. That is quite obvious. And they're kind of running off here with the game again. They need to get those life form kills. They need to take out the fades before they, you know, can have enough res to refade instantaneously. Looks like they just saved the RT over here in comp lab. Meanwhile, we had somebody up here. Looks like that was IOTS pulling the aliens back into reactor. We're having a standoff here. 2 fades versus 2 Marines. Only one has an LMG. They may actually take that Fireman. Fireman does go down, so they're a very good kill there from Muted. Dweevel may have to reconsider whether or not he wants to engage that, because here comes IOTS showing back up. Muted wasting a few of his shots. He should hold this back and let IOTS do some long-range damage there. He actually ducks into the vent. They are losing comp lab and data again, but here we go. They moved out of position, so here comes another group that are moving towards the base again. They were just waiting for them to move into reactor core. Contagious, get back in your chair. You already beaconed. Oh my god. Stay. Stay. I'll find some freaking chains and lock that chair closed. Oh wait, they have... this is not a good phase gate triangle. This is not a good phase gate triangle. You do not want a triangle that involves just the tech points. That is like the pub strat. It leaves your lanes open.
Station under attack.
What do we have in there? We have KB on the chair. Fireman on the obs. They have enough to beacon again, but they're just gonna wait for his... Okay, that was actually legitimately okay for Contagious to get out of the chair. The only problem is this Scooby should have been the one. Oh man, that obs. You better go weld that. They're gonna lose the gate though. They lost the gate that was over there in flight, so much for that. So just... I don't know. I feel like Elfir isn't playing as well as they should be. That's him muted, just like waiting. No, don't shoot the Skulk, shoot the Fade. That's much more expensive. Crossroads Hive is now done. I'm assuming that'll... I wouldn't be surprised if that's a Crag Hive that'll go up so that way they can get regen. That could surprise me. Go for Shade Hive and have hallucinations instead. Weevil getting very low there, but he's able to get out no problem. Trigger's still alive by some miracle. But the fact that they just shifted a Harvester into Comp Lab, that's gotta be a huge red flag that they have not put enough pressure onto these aliens at all. Weevil comes back. They're gonna lose that RT there in Comp Lab, but that is no big deal. Taking a look at this, you can see that it was a lot better for the first chunk of the game, but they let the aliens sit too long on, you know, they just weren't putting enough pressure on those RTs. Having a big group here moving into Data Core. And they're all just gonna converge on Trigu and take him out. Maybe. Maybe. Missing swipes left and right. Crag Hive is going to be what's the one across. So they will have regen too, and they have plenty of res, so they can just get those upgrades right away, at least for the fades. Oh, Fireman actually refaded even, so he's like, they're in a nice place. 2 hours later, definitely in a good spot. And at this point, if they keep up this momentum and if they don't throw stuff like they did the Onos, they will be in a really good position and they'll be able to take this and we'll be going on to a third map for the final round. But at this point, why do we have... Okay, they're just really serious about getting that gate up. Because at the moment, their base is wide open. You can see Crazy's just like looking around going like, hey, there's like nobody here. See, looking at that, we have Tinky up as Onos. We have KB possibly up as Onos. Where is he? Yeah, KB is Onosing. We could have Crazy go Onos as well. We could just have 3 Onai and they could just go sit on the power and kill it and call it done. But here's the thing. It's their Onai again. We have to see if they actually play it better this time. Both their Onai are going into play or into data. There's nobody there to really challenge it. There's Scoobies, but he's gonna get picked up by Duibel. And since they have an Umbra lurk up at this point, which I think did they lurk? No, they had an Umbra lurk up I think last time. They're getting cat packs. But the thing is that cat packs, I don't think they have enough res to really efficiently use cat packs. Sure, they don't have the P-res really, or the T-res to be able to get jetpacks up as a counter to the Onai, but at this point, I don't know. Dweevel and Trigger kind of having a standoff over here. And for some miracle, Trigger's able to win because both the Onai are pushing forward here. They're going to actually lose KB. KB goes down as an Onos. Here we're seeing the same thing again where they're totally sacking their life forms. They need a bunch of med packs over there. Cat packs are now done, so it's going to be slightly harder, especially if they're able to recap and get some of that res. Locklear. Locklear with the bad puns. He fears I am right. Spelt like Elfear. Seeing where people are creeping around here. Trigger finally goes down in Comp Lab. It looks like he started to work on repairing the power, but obviously didn't get much done. So they lost one Onos, but the thing is Crazy has 65 res. Duivel has 46 res. They could just trade their life forms. And here comes Tinky back to base. They have... Oh, they don't have enough for Beacon. They don't have enough for Beacon. Contagious gets out of the chair because he's being an idiot. Why are you getting out of the chair so much? Anyway, they're going to lose this because Contagious is a jack-in-the-box. There's nobody doing that. A Tinky goes down! What the heck? 2 hours later, please. Contagious, get back in the chair. You, right here. Get back into that box. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to put a magical lasso around the box to keep you in there. Stay. Stay in the box. Using my horrible little drawing on the map tool. That was interesting. I think that's from me drawing. Anyway. Shabo's immediately going to lose his shotgun. And then they're going to rush back into base. Trigger's there. Contagious! God damn it! Get back in that box! Oh my god, this is so frustrating. Go back in your chair and drop med packs. Support your teammates. Make them not die. Shabo's not going to be able to recoup his shotgun unless Contagious runs up. Run up! Get it! Oh, Contagious got the shotgun! Get back in that chair. Looks like the pack is moving down towards the right side of the map now. It looks like they're going to be... What are they doing? Besides flailing around in circles. They're all trying to take down IOTS, because apparently they're just missing him. We have Trigger there. Ian Data, he's going to get some shots in on... Looks like Fireman. May take... Nope, nope. Not quite enough to take down Fireman, but Contagious takes down KB, because he's just like cruising outside the chair. They're up to 3 RTs, but they're going to lose the gate there. And Data, unless they're able to pull all the life forms off. Muted has a shotgun, and he may be able to get a couple good shots, but then they did chase everybody away there. But at this point, it's still not looking good. Crazy should just throw his lurk and go Onos. And along with, yeah, they could just have Duivel and Crazy throw their life forms and just go Onos and not be stupid. Weapons 3 started. At a certain point, they're gonna start losing their life forms because they'll play stupid and Elfir will have enough tech that it'll start really hurting them. But KB's working on that res. And Chabo's working on this res. Crazy's gonna come in and try and kill the Chabo. I mean, because at this point, Elfir hasn't lost ground really. They haven't had great map control, but at this point they haven't lost it. They still have data. Yeah, sure, it's blinking red right now because there was just an engagement in there, but they haven't lost anything recently. Okay, there's the odd shotgun. But they're all up, except for Contagious, who's obviously the con. They all have enough for another shotgun aside from Shabo. Pick him off, jeez. Okay, there we go. He picks off the guy in the vent there. That'd be KB. 2 hours later, he should drop a third hive. They already did. They already dropped the hive there in data course. This is pretty much winding down to be the end of the whole thing here. I don't even know what at this point Elfir is doing other than splitting up and being silly. Come on, guys. Come on.
Command station under attack.
Who have we got in there? We have Fade taking a couple swipes at the fan chair. But we still have the life forms up. The only thing is that none of the Onai are going Onai. I don't know whether they're just waiting for many Onai and just doing stuff. I mean, that's the thing. The Crazy and Duivel have been really good about keeping their life forms up, which is good and it's bad. It's good because, well, obviously they're doing a lot of work as their respective life forms. The bad part is that, well, it's going to be a while until somebody other than them has enough res to be able to go Onos and end this. Because at this point, I don't know. Are they going to, like, freaking wait for Xeno or something? Anyway, we got KB going Gorge over here. So maybe they do have Bile Bomb, they do have Advanced Metabolize. So they may be thinking they're just going to go in there with the Bile Bomb and just call it good. Outs is backing up down the long hallway. He's going to run into Duivel. Miss a couple shots there. Crazy's also in the base. Here comes Fireman. Fireman might go down. Nope. Fireman gets out. Tinky's just the Gorge. Oh, there's 2 Gorges. They're going to just Bile Bomb the heck out of everything. Meanwhile, here goes everything. Here goes the caster, spitting instead of biling. I'm not quite sure why. Fireman goes down. Lots of shotguns down everywhere. Contagious is just a little jack in the box, though. I'm not sure what they're expecting to do at this point. They did clear out Reactor Core. They're gonna take down Tinky. Oh, not quite take down Tinky. Contagious. If you're out of the chair, you might as well go over. Oops. I hate it when it does that. Come on, guys. I mean, you could see that this map is pretty much just. It's pretty much just aliens, almost. There's a little bit of fighting going on where, you know, Elfir pretty much has had data core lockdowns for forever. And depending on what happens here, they may end up losing that gate, and that'll end up, you know, not being good. They're actually going for Bone Shield right now, and I somehow hit the wrong button. Not quite sure how, considering my hand wasn't even on the keyboard at that point. But, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just feeling like we're seeing a lot more of a stalemate than I would expect from Div 2. That 2 hours later should be able to end it, or that, I don't know. I don't even know what to say about that. At this point, it's just like they through their life forms and they have 100 res. Crazy has 100 res. Dweevel has almost 80. Fireman has enough to refade again. KB has 33 res. There's just so much res, and yet we're seeing a ton of skulks. Tinky is obviously a gorge. He has 34 res. We got Crazy on the gate as a lurk. I'm actually surprised that after, like, you know, 56 res or so, he didn't, like, and, you know, the deaths of all the Onai, he didn't just, like, oh, there we go, Crazy is down, so we'll almost certainly be seeing him up as an Onos, along with somebody up as lurk to counter that, or to beat Umbra. Come on! Waiting there for Trigger to finish off KB. Biomass has started. That's just gonna go right back up to Reactor there and see if he can take down that new leader up Harvester. It's only at 10% ground. Charge only now started? They didn't have charge. They got Bone Wall or Bone Shield before charge. That could have helped their own eye either. I don't remember what they had in the last round where they threw their own eye, but that definitely could have helped if they had had that in previous rounds. Fear is gonna try and get Complat back. They did lose vents. They're down to two RTs. And they have Crazy up as an Onos. But not Dweevel. Dweevel's just apparently going to sit with 86 res. I guess they figure he's way more useful as a Fade at this point. He does have 25 and 8, so he's been doing a really good job there. He hasn't died since he went Fade. Needed obviously going in there and saying, hey, there's a hive in here. Lots of hallucinations and all that jazz, and it looks like finally Elfir has finally lost data. They did get an AA, and they do have Nano Shield, which is curious. I mean, you don't exactly see that. I don't know what they're planning on doing. It looks like they're going to try and take a 4-push in there to try and reclaim that. They have 2 Gorges in there with Hydras and Bone Wall, and there's an Onos down there. Because the stuff I'm seeing from 2 hours later isn't necessarily making sense as well. Why isn't KB or Tinky, whoever the hell was the last one as a Skulk, why didn't they go lurk? They're both lurks. Why isn't Dweevel a Onos? Okay, Fireman went Onos. They could have the 3rd Onos if Dweevel had gone Onos. They could have an Umber lurk from one of those Gorges. And they could just call it good and go right in there on the power and just kill everything ever. And just end this. This is a long round. This is another 30-minute round. I think we had another one earlier. Dweevel moves in a little bit too early. Here we go. 2 Onai, 2 Gorges, and a Fade. That is what they're going to be facing in here, and that is going to probably completely annihilate their base.
Command station under attack.
And there we go. There is the GG, so it is 3-3. They are going to take this thing out to the full extent of the rounds that are available. So I don't know. 2 hours later, having a plan for definitely seem to have a plan for Summit. But Elfir just being great. They're just being defensive. They're being the ones reacting to stuff instead of the ones pushing the engagements. Biodome. Oh gosh, we're going for really long rounds here today. So this will be Biodome with Elfir as aliens, I believe. Aye, aye, aye. And yeah, luckily I meant, happening on other rounds when I was saying that jumping out of the chair, can kind of make you lose stuff. On those, I just think it was kind of questionable on some of them just because, well, if he's jumping out with a fade and a couple skulks in there, and none of them are chipped, and it's only him and one other dude, it's kind of iffy. Especially after he beaconed for some of the earlier ones. The one with the Onos, yeah. The fact that they ended up killing the Onos, yeah, sure, good decision, but the other one, I don't know. Last round, finally. Because the way this has been going, I'm not sure how that either of these teams will end up doing versus whoever wins the other deciding match in the semifinals. Because I know that Cheesecake is a very aggressive team. I know T6 likes being very aggressive, except for sometimes they seem like they have a slow start. But I don't know. We shall see. Elfir is ready to go. They are, as I said, aliens first. So I'm curious how this will go. Okay, we got enough people there for the score to be correct. We just gotta wait for them to show up. I mean, this has been a pretty long match. It is almost, what? Started at 11:30 and now it's 2:30. It's been a good 3 hours. So they're making sure to... What? Saying he quit. He just takes forever to pre-cache. Yeah, Yellow's computer is apparently kind of slow, at least in comparison to everybody else who's on the server. Anything wrong? Yeah, your PC. Alright, so everybody's on the server theoretically. Did you borrow it from Highball? They're being quite snarky today, of course. But yeah, this will be the last round. Biodome, of course, is infamous for having really stupidly long rounds. And yeah, it is getting rather late for Elfir, because I believe that if I'm doing the math right, it is currently 12:30 a.m. for them. And some of them might have work tomorrow. I don't know. Oh yeah, wake up in 5.5 hours. That doesn't need sleep. Nobody needs sleep. Let's just keep rolling. So I think at this point, is everybody moving? Everybody's cruising around. They're probably talking strats or something. Alright, game is starting here. Final round of 2 hours later versus Elfir. Last round. It's all dependent on this. Unsurprisingly, I can say this already, we have 2 hours later starting down here in reception. And up here in atmosphere, unsurprisingly, we have Elfir. How about that lock spawns? And we got everybody moving out of base, no gorges. We got down here, we got, what is that? A glowy thing. I think that's an arms lab. Yeah, it's an arms lab. So we're just building stuff up over here. Got Trigu and Crazy and Shabo over here while KB and Tinky are all building stuff. I'm assuming Crazy is just waiting for one of them so they can go and probably go towards atmosphere. Or not atmosphere, freaking Agri Labs. Oh, I guess not. Just kidding. They're gonna go somewhere else. Crazy's just gonna hold the lane, it looks like. Meanwhile, we've got KB and Tinky moving in towards Falls. Scoobies, they miss Scoobies. Oh, no, wait. He was on the other side of the wall. Just kidding. They take him down. It looked like he was, just because of my camera angle, it looked like he was up in the corner on, you know, this side. We got it's in the vent there, getting an upgrade. They did go Shift Hive again. Again, I'm not sure that's the best thing, but for some reason these teams are currently preferring that. Shabo going through the vent. Meanwhile, KB and Fireman are just like, hey, let's go to their hive. Who cares? They're gonna kill off that drifter probably. Or not. They're gonna get just a little chip damage on the drifter. Work on the assist there. Contagious jumps out to try and kill KB. He actually gets picked off by KB, and Fireman is up there. He's gonna take out a skull. He gets taken out by Scoobies, and then Scoobies gets taken out by KB. KB's still alive, but it gets taken out by IOTS. So I don't think there was really any damage done there. Maybe assist killed, but that's about it. Alright, we got muted down here in Canopy. Tinky's running around the corner, so he'll be able to at least maybe chase muted off. They're going really heavy on the RTs. They've dropped all the RTs. Elfir really better get on this because 2 hours later is just like, RTs, screw upgrades, RTs everywhere, all the RTs right now, every single one of them. And Muted, I know, has to know that that RT is there. He has to hear it. He knows that the power just went up there. And since RTs make noise, well, there you go. Crazy's building that. Scoobies has to know that one's there. So they better just go like, hey, guess what? They're getting all the RTs, dudes. Let's go bite some RTs. Let's go through the canopy and kill that. Trigger wins the engagement and is pretty much really low health, so he's going to have to skip that and go elsewhere, go back to heal. It's Shabo and Muted over there taking down platform. It's a good start there. Crazy took down 2 skulks on his own, and then IOTS bites down Trigu. Oops. IOTS, watch your teeth. He's going to work on the one there in Hydro. KB's going to head over that way and see if he could save it, but at this point, he might be able to. Currently, IOTS' health bar is covering the RT. He gets it down to 57% health. He did pull KB over to that side. They are getting armor 1 right now. At this engagement over here in Bamboo, which Muted apparently won, he's going to continue onto the Canopy RT, but Dweevil is coming around the corner. And so at this point, he probably will get picked off the RT. There he goes. So that one is at half health, but there you go. And Chubbo is going to preemptively take down the power there in platform. It looks like that's probably going to be their second hive location if they get that. Obviously, IOTS and Trigu are up as lurks. So they better not flash, because this is an important game for them. So they really have to make sure to not play stupidly. Trigu backed off to the vent. He's moving in again, going to take down Crazy. KB is next. And also Fireman. Trigu gets very low. He had to go back and heal. Okay. We have, again, IOTS over there floating around out of Dweevil's sight. While Trigu stealthy comes around the corner. Will probably come up behind Dweevil and just chomp him to tiny pieces. He goes down. I think one of them just bit the other one, but whatever. They're at high enough health, it doesn't matter. Crazy's versus 2 skulks over here. One of them goes down. Okay, with KB and Fireman also in the room, that's pretty much safe for the Marines. Trigger taking a couple bites there and falls, but he gets out of the way. There's one moving into filtration over here, which would be Tinky, and he's going to just like creep on over there and be annoying and take down that natural. At least assist it. Checked. Nope, this is semifinal. It is best of 7. Tinky, Rex, Chub over there. Yeah, I'm not sure what was with the Envy one. I don't know why they stopped that one early. It is best of 7. Anyway, they just cleared out the Marine there. Infiltration, it looks like we got Muted and IOTS moving in here, and they'll probably clear out Duvel here in Falls. Maybe. Looks like Muted is left on his own devices. Fireman gets taken out there in Agri Lambs. That RT is perfectly fine for now. Didn't get desisted. It only has the one cyst on it, so they may want to multi-cyst that one just so that way they don't have to worry about losing that RT just to due to desisting. It's only a couple res. They're up to 39 res, so they may be looking to see if they can get that hive up fairly quickly. They are only on 1 biomass, so they need to do something with their res, whether it be get biomass in preparation for phase. They are up to 27 P res. They do have shotguns up on 2hrsLater side. They have shotguns, armor 2 is, or armor 1 and weapons 2 is researching. But looking at the res graph, there are 4 RTs down from Elfir's biting, which is pretty good. They're up to 6 minutes, so it's a little bit off the ideal, but, or at least, you know, the general rule of thumb, but it's not too bad. We have a Skulk going through base. That would be Scooby's. He's just bouncing around. He pulls Jackson out of the chair. He hides behind the little thingy there and is just playing Ring Around the Rosie. He does get 1 bite onto Jackson, but that's just enough so that way they'll be able to waste some med packs. Muted is kind of low in this engagement. Trigu and Iouts, however, are going to be able to get a lot of spike damage onto Fireman and Dweevel. Muted backs off. He is still low. He does get picked off. Here comes KB. He was flanking from that side, so I think the reason that both the Lurks exited that engagement was because the Skulk, who was over there, ended up calling that pinch. Crazy's between Iouts and the Hive at this point, but of course there is the vent, so he can go out through there if he wants to get back to the Hive. They may end up losing Iouts. He's going to hide on top of the little pillar up there. I think they may. I don't know whether or not they're able to shoot them from up there, but it looks like they're going to go and try and clear out Crazy. But Trigo is getting low. Both the Lurks are without armor, I believe. Here come the other Marines. So they're getting pinched. Iouts better get in the vent. He does get into the vent. He's going to be able to go out towards the north through CO2 scrubbers and get the heck out. But there are 4 Marines in there, so they better do something. They better group up and maybe hit base or something, since all 4 are way out of position. But Crazy's right out there, and he may end up he gets a good chunk of damage onto Iouts. So that vent is not the way to go. We have Tinky moving into position here in Canopy, but Scooby's is already in base. So they do have the blueprint drop there for the gaze, and he pulls Jackson out of the chair, pops the blueprint for the phase gate, and is able to get out towards what room is that? Lobby. Up here, we still have 3 Marines stuck up in this corner of the map. We had a lot of res go down for both sides. Well, okay, 2 harvesters go down and 1 extractor in the last minute or so. Taking a quick look, obviously Marines are still in. They still have the advantage at this point, and they're going to get a gate up there right in Aggie Lab, so they better really hit the res. They better hit the res, and they better hit the res hard, because that is the only thing that's going to be able to, you know, slow this Marine push down and allow them to be able to cap, like, everything ever. They are almost up to fade res. They need 1 more tick, and they will have fades out on the field. Ticky's right around the corner, so he's going to just blast. Yeah, he blasted muted. Shabo's going to back up, get the heck out. Does get a parasite on Tinky, at least I think that was him that got that parasite. But at this point, 2hrsLater is sort of locked down the right side of the map. I mean, not that strongly. There's still a couple of gaps to be able to get into seeding and hydro, but at this point, it's a really good position to be in, to have that gate there. All they need to do is get the gate up in falls, and they pretty much have it locked down. And since Tinky and Crazy are both in there, I suppose we'll probably, once they have enough res, they will probably be dropping another gate there in falls to make sure that they actually secure it. Iouts is hiding up there along with Muted. They're just kind of trapped on this little thingy in the room. Oops. They're just kind of trapped up there. Muted gets away. Iouts is getting through. So a momentary bit of, you know, panic there, I'm assuming, for both the teams. I'm actually surprised we don't have the gate there in falls. This is a good opportunity for Elfir to really take advantage of the fact they do not have the whole map locked down. They do not have falls locked down. They do not have seeding blocked. It's just because they don't have the gate there, they don't have the positioning there, but apparently that has not been called. They just have Tinky over here in platform, so they should be able to get rid of him fairly easily because he's so far away, and they still have this pressure that's going on towards the base. And they should be able to clear. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Here we go. Oh man, it's very low. He's able to get out by some miracle, but at the moment we still have. Looks like one of the shotguns went down over here in CO2 scrubbers. Shabo goes down. That was a really. That was bad. That was bad for them. They have only 1 fade left now, which would be Muted. He's just kind of going through the vent. They really need to get on that res. 2hrsLater is up to 7 RTs. Look, their team kills are going up. Oh, Iouts goes down. Is that over here too? Yeah, there's his corpse. the kill graph for Alfir has pretty much leveled out. This is going to go to 2 hours later unless they get on the res. They have the hub gate up now. This is getting... They might have lost their opportunity to be able to go and effectively go and clear the res on the right side of the map. They'll have to be really sneaky, or they'll just have to come through here and hope that nobody hears them as they sneak through bioreactors or something. Tinky's over here versus Muted and Trigu, the two remaining life forms. Does go down, but here comes KB back from coming in from Falls. I mean, this was, I mean, to a certain point, Elfir they kind of lost this one on their own because they haven't been biting the res. They haven't been biting the res. Oh, wrong clicky button. They haven't been biting the res at all. They stopped at 8 minutes. It just came to a crashing halt. And now look at that. They have the freaking little step pyramid here of, like, you know, res that 2 hours later has been allowed to take. They've been allowed to take that. We have one skulk they got through. That is IOTS. He's, like, apparently probably realized, hey, guys, we haven't been res in a while. So he's going to go in there, but he's going to get blasted by Tinky. So he goes down. Meanwhile, we have 3 Marines right outside the hive. I mean, guys, this was your game to, you know, potentially win. And you guys kind of threw it a little bit. By a little bit, I mean kind of a lot. I mean, they have so much res. They have 6 RTs. They're finally getting a little bit of damage down there. They have Chabo down in Canopy. But this is gonna go to 2 hours later at this point. Unless they do something, unless they get on that res, unless they really find some way to really waste all of that res. But they're gonna have weapons 3, so at this point, it's pretty much over. Again, unless they do something totally miraculous. They have 41 res, so they have plenty of res to spend. But they're far enough from Onos, they aren't gonna be able to rely on that. They have Shaba working on the RT there in Falls. They have KB hitting their res over Infiltration, which is one of their few RTs outside of the race. So that'll probably die due to lack of assisting. So there goes 10 res. Shabo barely escapes with the, you know, his skulky skin intact. There's weapons 3. I mean, they might as well just get cat packs and end this. Because at this point, this is too little too late. Okay, yeah, there we go. Look at how long there was without res biting. I'm clicking the wrong thing. Look at how long there was without res biting. It's horrible. Come on, guys. You guys are better than this. Trigu goes down while I was drawing. Looks like he went down in Falls. Yeah, he went down in Falls, probably biting the gate, just judging on the position of his corpse. So they are out of life forms aside from Muted. Okay, I think the lurks do not have enough to relurk. No, Trigu does. He just relurked, I believe. Yeah, he's relurking. But here comes the push. Here comes the push. They have flamethrowers. And grenades and like all this jazz. They're not flamethrowers. They just have grenades. It just showed up yellow. And here comes the big push. And they're all in there. There's grenades going everywhere. They're going to take out Duivel, who's in the back of the hive. 2 fades up. Or, I thought it was 2. I guess I was just seeing part of a skulk that looked like a fade. Just kidding. Anyway, Muted's still up his fade. They're going to take out Fireman. Trigger's going to die horribly. Potential. No, he gets out. By some miracle, he gets out. Muted is going to die, though. Nope. Yep. Muted is down. They're just left with Trigu. Trigu, it's all on you. It's on you, dude. You have to somehow carry this game back. But given that you guys didn't bite res for like 3 minutes and let them get up to 6 RTs, I don't think that you have much of a choice. Keep in mind, they only have the 1 chair. They were able to go and kill that chair. Not that it's really much of an option because they have the gate like right there. But if they were able to somehow kill that instantaneously, they'd maybe be able to win. Yeah, they're getting Bile Bomb. I mean, 6 RTs. They shouldn't be forgetting that they need to do that. So I know that they're better than this, and 2 hours later, good job on them for just being like, hey, we have all this res, let's just freaking take this. We got this. This is our game. We're the ones who are gonna have to go fight, you know, T6 or Cheesecake. All these misbites. Come on, guys. Dweevel's still alive there with a shotgun, so Muted moves in there, gets absolutely one shot. Iots looks like he may end up going down here, even with the Crag. Oh, whoa, Trigu. Both the Lurks are really stupidly low. Trigu's able to duck out through alley because KB isn't quite there in time. Iots is barely hanging out around there, just enough to be able to get enough health to get out of there. They almost could have had both those Lurks. They're going to get an Arc Factory and just do things the safe way and take that down. They have plenty of... Okay, they're down to 4 RTs now. Falls has been claimed. They realized that they could die to a base rush, so they dropped that tech point in Falls. They're pretty much set, except for somebody just ran through it. Yeah, because they're going to lose their Falls gate, courtesy of Iots, Muted, and Shabo. They're going to lose that res too. However, I don't know, man. It's a little bit late. You've got KB and Dweevel. They de-assisted and have pretty much doomed that poor Harvester, the only one outside of base, to dying a slow, painful death. Trigger's still alive. He's in there trying to defend the hive. But guess what? There are 4 Marines in there. And it's not looking too good, considering at least 2 of them are shotguns. 2 LMGs, 2 shotguns. And 1 LMG, 2 shotguns. 1 LMG, 1 shotgun. Now it's just Dweevel. And he gets swarmed. So they just lost, what, 40 P-res there, but let's take a look at the list. Everybody, pretty much, Fireman can buy another one, KB can buy another shotgun, Crazy can buy another shotgun, Tiki can too, Dweevel can, everybody can buy a shotgun. Shotguns for all. Trigu gets low, has to get out. There's nobody anywhere in the same universe as being able to get an Onos. Their entire thing is just... They have to rely on their skulks and their lurks because they do not have the res. They don't even have. They do have the res to recap if they can hold it. And they should be like mass expanding their faces off because everybody's coming down the right side of the map. Well, assist the heck out of the left side. But they have arcs now, and so they better pick whoever is their gorge and get that gorge up because this is gonna be very unhappy for them very soon. Alright, there goes the cyst down the left side of the map. They're gonna start popping a bunch of eggs out there to try and get the respawners respawning. It's only one arc. Hard to tell. Iots goes down. Trigger may be next. He is down to about half health. He retreats to the hive to heal a bit. Healed back up. Tinky moved in to try and hunt him down, I think, but he gets taken down. Fireman and Dweevel and KB are all the Marines in there. KB goes down. Fireman goes down. Dweevel goes down. They're gonna have to just kill that arc. Just get the heck on that arc and kill it. They're up to 6 RTs again. That arc is down, but here comes the next one. Tinky goes down. And there was a grenade, a nice grenade from Crazy, killing 3 skulks. But at this point, I think it is just delaying the inevitable. Oh, that's a whip. Why is there a whip over there? They dropped a chair there. They dropped a chair and platform. They're like, hey, that's the smart place to put a hive. So they've been blocked from even dropping a hive. So this is over. They're just fighting it out. And unless they clear everything and then some, it's pretty much GG. It's been GG for a while now. Trigu is fairly low. Crazy, however, goes down. They're actually losing quite a bit of P-res, but Crazy had like 53. I mean, 6 RTs? Okay, so Elfir kind of started pulling it back on the kills. But that gap on the res is way too much. Kaboom! Scooby's going down to Crazy's grenade. Crazy apparently likes grenades. But yeah, definitely good job so far from 2 hours later. After that zombie round, seemed to be a lot more aggressive. I thought they were just gonna totally throw the whole stupid thing after that after that set of zombie games, because they were just like, I think they just didn't want to play zombie. So they're just like, screw it, let's just cheese and see what happens. Especially after that shotgun rush worked. But then after that, that gave them the momentum, it seems like, to have actually come back and fought through this, even though I thought that they weren't going to be able to. I thought that those zombie games were the beginning of the end for them, but instead they were the beginning of the end for Elfria. And here goes 2 hours later, winning this best of 7 with 4-3. So good games, guys. Wow. Yeah, good games. So 2 hours later, we'll be fighting whoever wins Cheesecake versus T6. That'll be decided this weekend on Sunday. Oh, we lost the first two on purpose. And yeah, that was close. I, I don't know. I think some of that, as I said, was Elfir being a little bit stupid. And I do think that 2 hours later needs to work on their own eye, for sure. But yeah, good games, even if they aren't what I had been expecting initially. Check the schedule real quick. Obviously, we have Sunday. We have the Snails versus Imagine game. That's, as I said, casted by Ren. It'll be noon Pacific. I don't know what the heck that translates to CEST. You'll have to just go to the NSL site and look. The game, the other Div 2 semifinal will be 3 hours after that. So it'll be 3 p.m. Pacific. I don't know what time, or at least that's currently the time they are throwing around. I'm gonna see if they're going to confirm that anytime this universe, or anytime, this millennia. And that'll be at 3 p.m. Pacific, assuming the time is correct. So thanks for watching, everyone. And I'll see you guys whenever the heck I next see you.